Happy Friday, everyone. I'm certainly happy. I've been looking forward to Friday since last Sunday.
Thank God it's here.
Thank fuck.
Not only for Ace Attorney, just because work sucks.
Not because of me? Oh fuck, I need to put that you exist on here. Oh no.
Oh, that would
I always
that would be
forget
nice.
this.
It's okay. You just forget me all the time. It's okay.
Yep. That's totally how this works. Grant, I guess. Grant, I
Oh, I guess for a minute I thought it was Ryan. I was like, okay, I guess this is what I'll be role-playing as today.
No, I clicked the wrong name tag on accident.
One good thing that happened to me today is that I talked to my friends, and that tomorrow I will be helping another friend.
Talking to friends.
Yeah. I'm in like in voice call because usually I just message, but
yeah,
because of it's Friday, I got to voice call.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
And then you
I get
like
to
5 minutes ago.
It was like 30 minutes ago, but it took me to like my mind. It took to wake up like 15 minutes ago.
Hi, on especially Aaron and Grant. Who, me? Saying hi to me, Combat Butler? Wow. What a shocker.
Hi, Combat. It's nice to see you again.
Nice
I'm glad you could be here. I like your blue.
Blue. Oh, well, he's red on my end. And then on the relay, he's fucking neon green.
This is... I was gonna make the joke about the meme of, I brought you blue. Snip, snip.
We're back with Great Ace Attorney. Because I went to my party last week, and it was fun. I got to dress.
Really enjoyed your costume.
Huh?
I said I really enjoyed your costume. Your costume looked good.
Thank you.
I like that it's your new. I like your Discord profile pic of it too. It's like
yes!
It's a great picture.
Yes, I know. I put some filters over it.
Still, I think especially the mask really looks good.
I had to fix it because it was broken. Dropping in to say hi. I don't know when I'll be back. It's gonna be a busy night. Just listen to us in the background. That's all you need. Just like
have
put us
like
on
the
in the background. We'll be here for 3 hours, probably 4 hours. We'll be your entertainment for the evening. It's like you're watching a show, but like.
We'll be your ASMR.
Yes, as you pack. All right. So
I'm told my voice is very nice, so.
Start playing from this save file. Yes, please. As I forget how to voice act.
It's okay.
Vampire Daddy, hello.
The instant we join, just Vampire Daddy.
But all my stuff is downstairs. Well, take your phone with you. Bring your computer. You have to move your computer downstairs. So bring the computer downstairs.
Just carry it with you, like one of those beatboxes in New York.
Yeah, really. I've literally been listening to the theme music of one of the characters from this nonstop since last stream. Oh my god, I love that for you.
Oh my god, I forgot his name. What's our friend that died?
Kazuma?
Yeah,
Kazuma, my beloved?
Yeah, Kazuma. I actually got his theme, and I have put it in my game to be used now.
Hell yeah.
I've been meaning to do that, and I finally did it, and I'm fucking happy with it.
Alright, so we
sounds so good.
Vampire Daddy, who I think is, I was about to say Greek, but Greek was not correct.
No.
He's German?
It's Lithuanian, essentially.
Gotcha.
But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings to this capacity.
He's literally a vampire, you cannot tell me otherwise. The game literally is making bat puns.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. So what brings you back?
Oh look, it's just in time for the holidays. It's Zim as Santa.
Oh my god, I love this.
I forgot about this. It's been too long.
He is so. This is such a Zim Judge thing.
It would be.
I can imagine both Zim and the Judge dressing up like Red and Santa Claus.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
I'm going to bring all the boys and girls presents. One of them not being including my cat.
But what if they're non-binary, Zim? What are you gonna do then?
Well, then I'm gonna give them a fucking present because they deserve one too.
Absolutely. Alright.
Everyone that is a good good person should deserve a present, regardless of whatever they are.
So how does Zim determine if the children have been bad or good? How does he determine? I need to know. This is important to the lore.
I imagine he will ask them, have you been a good boy and girl? And because he's Zim, he will somehow know he's lying when he's wearing the magical coat of the Santa Claus. And if they're honest, and they say, yes, I've been a good boy or person, or, you know, and they have, or if they've been a bad person and they're honest, then he'll give them a present.
But if
they've
lie,
been bad,
then...
if they lie, then he will be like, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You do not deserve a present, but here, have this piece of cake.
That's still something, though. Cake is pretty good. I had cake. I almost said I had cake for dinner, but that's actually false. I had salmon for dinner, and then I had cake for dessert.
In his mind, he will be like, you are not sweet enough for a present, so I hope this will make you sweeter.
Zim, my fucking beloved. God.
That is how I'm imagining Zim. I don't know why this character is so awesome, because it only took, like, a few hours.
We only put him in for, like, what, 5 games, maybe?
Yeah. But he is an awesome character.
He is. He's just...
I'm so glad that you wanted me to make a funny character rather than the dark character I was going to make.
I'm so glad I made that choice. I'm so glad I made you do that.
Yeah. I was hoping you would too, but I didn't know whichever you wanted because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of circumstance of which the court should be aware?
I love his outfit. Just saying.
I leave that to your imagination, my lord.
So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years, more like the Vampire Daddy, alright?
Hey, look, this guy's getting plenty of action.
Riono needs a new daddy, alright? Cosmo's dead, we need a new one.
Plus this guy's older and he actually has the size for it.
True, that is very true.
I feel like Cosmo would make me go through a whole ceremony, and this guy would just be like, I would now suck your cock. I mean, what?
At least it's not the somewhat controversial Dutch version of Saint Nick. He and his helper Zwart Piet give good kids candy and presents, beat bad children with a switch or kick them, and if they've been really awful stuff, then in a sack, they stuff them in a sack and take them back to Spain.
Okay, this is basically just Krampus, but second, why specifically Spain?
Why? Wait, so the Dutch Saint Nicholas is from Spain. So they outsourced his job to Spain. Is that what you're telling me?
Also, since he's from Spain, is he like a hunky, like, Spanish-looking dude?
Game, you clicked ahead when you're not supposed to.
That's where he lives. Okay.
Gotcha. But why do they make him live in Spain?
Why does he live from Spain? Is the North Pole in Spain?
Allegedly.
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 It's in one of the deserts.
Oh my god. Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo.
No matter how sexy this man looks.
As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think, a summary of the case, if you please.
You think or you know, Judge? You're the one running this court. I hope you know what you're doing.
I have no... Look, do you see what I look at? I have no idea how to run this. I'm running purely based off what I think is happening because I've been drunk for the past 2 hours.
It's literally me at work. It's like, alright, time to do this. It's like, alright, you're leading it. Like, you think I know what I'm doing? I have no clue.
I was gonna say it's me every time I'm trying to stream.
Is it really a stream if there's not technical difficulties, though?
Oh my god, I wish you had been in the last few streams, especially the one with Dishonored. I was gonna do Sherlock Awakened, but it wouldn't work, so I went to go play Dishonored, but I forgot to change it all, and so the entire time I was playing Dishonored, I just had Sherlock Awakened the entire time, and I felt so stupid. I felt so dumb.
Yeah, it happens. I think I've done that mistake a couple times.
I mean, last time it happened with, what was it called? Death and Taxes, and some guy actually came out and was like, this isn't like whatever the game I had. I was like, you're right. Thank you for telling me that.
Certainly, my lord. As your lord. Blah. 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 As your lordship is...
I can't do this anymore.
As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity.
Sherlock awakened to murder. He fucking did.
It's a Cthulhu-esque one.
We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware. Oh, look, he has a scroll.
He fucking does, though.
The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as thrice-fired mason.
Why can't you just say a brick maker and not a maker of building bricks? This seems very redundant.
I am the one known as the Reaper.
Sorry, thrice?
He was very accomplished craftsman. Bricks, if I was said to be almost indestructible. I had some that I threw outside and killed myself. I mean, what? The victim's corpse was discovered in an old omnibus in service on the streets of London at the time. A dagger had been thrust into the victim's abdomen, is to be believed the ultimate cause of death. Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, Counsel. I shall accept it, and the photograph as evidence.
Alright, a report prepared by the Scotland Yard coroner gives the cause of death as internal hemorrhaging as a result of a single stab into the abdomen. Alright, that checks out. Crime scene photo. Photograph of the victim taken on the omnibus. The knife is in his abdomen. The knife in his abdomen is clearly visible, but his face is partially obscured from view by an old crooked hat.
One further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well.
Those look like nice gloves. Oh, my face is covering it, haha.
And these are... Good lord, is that blood, Counsel?
Did his hair just pop off?
I think it did for a second.
It fucking did.
Just accept your baldness, Judge. We
hair?
won't judge you. It wouldn't be a judge if he wasn't bald.
Yo, that is fair. That is very fair.
Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gold-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
What? Mr. McGilded's gloves has blood on them and nobody told me this?
Talk about being caught red-handed.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes, I will accept these as evidence as well.
The defendant was wearing at the time of the incident, blood stain on the right glove. I have a feeling it's gonna come up with, like, first, like, he's wearing rings. So wearing big, stylish rings with gloves usually don't work well.
I was gonna say either that or it's fucking painful.
Or
There's no way he could have held a knife
or it's gonna
at the same
stretch
time.
the gloves and make them oddly shaped because they look to be they're leather gloves, so they're gonna conform to your hand. Two, that's either gonna come into play, or McGilded's gonna be like, oh, I'm actually left-handed instead of right-handed, because, like, if you're gonna stab someone, you're gonna stab someone in your dominant hand, not your undominant hand. I know that's like
Your submissive hand.
I use sleight of hand. Wait, dice. We forgot. We forgot.
Okay.
Well, we haven't had a trial in a while, but I have my dice. My dice exist.
Oh, okay.
So if I like to roll for something, I can.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, is there something you wanted to roll for that you just remembered?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Eventually, mayhaps.
Alright.
Alright. Is that where the phrase comes from? I don't know where the phrase caught red-handed comes from. I have no idea.
I believe that is basically a, like, phrase for whenever someone is caught murdering someone. That's what I believe anyways. I don't know for sure.
I don't know. You can look it up.
I will now look it up.
Alright. Oh, good. Ryono talks now. How did I get into this? Because you were told to, and because you need to prove yourself as a lawyer, dumb shit.
Red-handed has its roots in 15th century Scotland, and it literally refers to being caught with blood on your hands after a crime.
Alright.
There you go.
I backed into a corner before I even started.
Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time.
Only 2?
Obviously, one of the passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded.
What a dainty point, though. Did you see how, like, he's like... Very dainty. Very dainty. Oh, God, I need him to step on me. God. Wow.
Come hither,
it's been a week. Were you gonna say something?
I said come hither to Gray.
No.
More specifically on your knees.
I hope Ryan isn't watching this.
Well, rather than damning circumstances to say the least. Defendant, what say you?
I say I quit.
I say I quit. I've got things to do. Well, of course, I've no recollection of such a thing.
Mr. McGilded?
To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. But whenever I'm in the carriage, I take it with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it.
Ah, so he was killed while he slept.
I'm Willy Wonka.
Oh my God.
Are you claiming you've been asleep?
'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. So it is when I open my eyes again. 'Twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I never laid eyes on before in my life.
I think I already know exactly what happened. Oh man. I feel like...
I think the driver must have done something.
Mayhaps, mayhaps.
Now I ask ye, see, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to have a fellow bleeding from his stomach?
It's use, not usey. It's use.
You see, I ask ye, see.
No, it's use. It's use.
I ask yous, I guess.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give a man a hand.
A hand or to pull the knife out of his gut.
Well, to do that, but that's because I thought it would help.
So blood got onto the gloves then after the man had been killed.
Unfortunately, the statement of the driver is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
There were multiple witnesses
God, I love him.
to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed.
I resonate with juror number 4, the typer. I resonate with that.
Oh god.
Order! Order! Order!
Oh man, you said that so loudly your mic distorted.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime.
How were there witnesses to the crime? Were you all in the carriage? Were there cameras in the carriage? Like, what?
The window was open.
Ah, so stabbed through the window, I see.
This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused.
Look at his side eye, though. Look at that side eye. That's like... Oh my god. It's good. It's good. They did good with this game.
Thank you.
Freak rain of daggers. Well, one dagger. I feel bad that you're voicing everything, but like the three characters that you voice well just happen to be back to back.
I know, it's fine.
And then Naruhodo is just like, oh.
He's like, I will now listen.
Yeah, I will listen and perceive.
Thank you, Counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear testimony from these witnesses first of all.
Your wish is my command.
Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once.
God, I love him. Why are they all men? I guess... Alright, we'll figure out how to voice these in a second.
I was gonna say, you could probably... I think you could definitely voice the third one.
Yeah, definitely. I could do that one for sure.
Witnesses, your names and occupation.
My name is... Well, everyone calls me Beepo.
It's Beppo.
Beppo, Beepo, Cone.
Why does his nose look like a carrot?
Because it's supposed to be cold. So.
Yeah.
I drive an omnibus in the East End.
Bruce Fairplay, I'm a banker in the city.
My name's first. Lady First.
This is obviously a fake name, but it works.
I, make hats for gents.
Let's begin by confirming the facts.
Lady First.
I think that's the best name so far, guys.
Lady
I love it.
First.
Besides Herlock Sholmes, I will admit.
Besides
that's like
Herlock
the best name.
Sholmes, that one is, it takes the cake. Cause it's like the quirky names that they come up with for the original Phoenix, right? So like April, May, and God, there were other ones. Larry Butts.
Everyone kept calling him Mary Butts.
Yeah, dude, the names. I know the names are so good.
I think Von Karma was a pretty good one, especially with what happened to him.
Mr.
Red, White, of Blue Corp, yes! I can't wait till we have a character that's reoccurring that can actually be voiced with him.
Oh my god.
3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witnesses to the aforementioned incident.
So wait, were they all in the omnibus together? How? Wait, hold on.
I guess.
I'm confused.
They were in an omnibus and witnessed the aforementioned incident.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir!
Quite right.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Very well then, let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw.
I like chiseled jawline over here. Looking stoic as fuck.
He is definitely holding a profile. The question, he must be, there's some type of nobility here that he's like hiding, because I think this is only for like photos and stuff like that, but he is maintaining that fucking statuesque look.
I feel like he has a scar or something on the other side of his face. That's why we haven't seen him move yet.
Also true. Also might be true.
Also, the vest and the tie color are they're very pleasing color combination.
Also
I give his outfit a 9 out of 10.
He's the only guy I've seen with a handlebar mustache that makes it work.
Yeah, really.
It was how did I fucking voice this guy again?
I can try voicing this guy if you want me to, because you're going to end up like voicing like 5 people.
Sure,
So
go ahead.
far.
I have no problem with that.
It was the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers. I remember it well.
God.
We already forget.
I already forgot somehow.
The victim and the man accused of killing them were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then out of the blue, the accused would just reached over and punched a knife at him.
Oh god, look at his Wario much? Wario
Wow.
with that mustache?
I was gonna say it looks like a mission. It's Wario and Waluigi's dad.
Oh my god, it fucking is. Fair
It
play,
explains-
fair play.
Explains why they wanted some money so much. Their dad was a banker. They wanted to please their dad.
This guy's a fucking hat maker? What the fuck is wrong with his hat? His coat's also like, I think like oversized or some shit.
I think he's a homeless man.
That's right, he stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped
Oh.
my bus. And then I saw it too. Why the fuck does he have a whip? Oh my god, this
He's
is
a
Bon
bus
Karma
driver.
part 2.
I think he might be the driver.
He is the driver, yeah.
Unambiguous testimony, I must say.
Why didn't we bring in the driver from the actual cart?
I don't know.
Exactly, my lord.
Watch him be a juror. Cause that's how not biases work. Unbiased.
These men witnessed the incidents in the omnibus with their own eyes.
Riano is stewing in thought. I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Yes, counsel?
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
I like to imagine he doesn't know what an omnibus is.
Well, like, they rode one to get to the head court area.
Did he know it was called an omnibus?
I'm not sure. This man's be a tad stupid. It's okay.
Wouldn't be Phoenix Wright ancestor if it wasn't.
He's also fourth wall breaking and being what the audience is right now, because we're like, what the fuck is happening with this testimony?
Why not?
Because I said so. Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
As has been clearly stated from the onset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. Oh god, he just made himself a fool.
Oh, quaint. I've read that civilization in the Eastern Isle nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses?
Yes, I am.
I've only been here a day, man.
Not even a day. Not even a day. Huh? Probably more like 2 hours. This man's just literally just got off the boat. Got off the boat, on an omnibus, went to the chapel, the clock tower places, now is here. So, like, not even 2 hours.
Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you even traveled to an omnibus?
Well, no. Isn't that the carriage? We only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime that is.
Oh, are we gonna have the court at the crime scene? What do you mean? The actual scene? How?
I'm bringing in the actual fucking bus. A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably, you understand that much.
Yes?
The omnibuses in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building. I was fucking kidding, guy.
Here, what? The entire carriage?
Bailiff! Bring forth the stricken omnibus!
I love this man. He's got a scar across his face.
He fucking brought it in.
How did they bring it into the courtroom? That's my question. How did the one bailiff do this?
He's very good bailiff.
He very much likes his job.
That is Gumshoe's ancestor.
So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing.
Wow, it's
if you're comparing courtrooms based on the sake of bringing in a piece of evidence, then oh man.
Oh my god. You know, I was just thinking to myself which ancestors which is which. I think this guy would probably be like Von Karma. And I was thinking, at first I thought our friend that died was probably like, what's his face, Edgeworth's ancestor, but now I don't know. And I'm thinking Herlock Sholmes is either Gumshoe's ancestor or is actually Edgeworth's ancestor.
Why not both?
Yeah, I guess. I'd rather not think of Gumshoe and Edgeworth as somewhat related, but yeah, it's possible, I guess.
I mean, I don't ship them that way.
It's not about shipping them, it's just about how differently they are to me.
As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers.
Where are the horses? This is not the complete crime scene without the fucking horses, my guy.
The horses were put down.
No!
4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows.
Well, we're not Londoners, alright? We're not even, like, citizens yet.
That the best views of the city architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus.
So this is, like, the pre-double-decker buses.
True. And I should point out to our foreign guests.
Oh my god, it literally has a jury rail like the other, it has a witness rail like the other witnesses, oh my god. The omnibus is a witness.
Could I say that I just love our friend over there, the Lady Jens or whatever his name is? It's just
Lady First.
So happy. Lady First is just so happy to be here.
He's just smiling.
Fucking vibing.
And there is a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seat above.
Well, like, if it's dark out, light's a thing? Ah, a skylight. Oh!
The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats of the omnibus when the murder took place. And that is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight.
Ugh, that makes perfect sense.
Well, Counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Very well, I see no reason why not.
He needs to keep his fucking hair on his head. Or get rid of it. One or the other.
To be fair, I think a lot of judges did wear like fake hair at the time.
Mayhaps.
This omnibus is here, hereby formally accepted as evidence.
The 8-seater omnibus was the scene of the crime. There were passengers both inside the carriage and on the roof deck that night. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence? Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Alright, game, thanks for the subtle hint to investigate this thing. Oh, look, it's our armband. Oh, that we inherited from Cosmo. I forgot about that.
What's on the inside?
Of the armband?
Yeah.
A clasp.
We can look at
to
it.
connect it.
Do you not want to examine it? Oh, it is a clasp.
Yeah, I
Never
told you
mind.
it's a clasp. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, it says his name. Lawyer's name. Kazuma-sogi. I'm trying to skip through this, but it won't let me. Alright, let's look at the carriage.
Did we already look at the autopsy?
We have not looked at the autopsy yet. Let's do that first. Victim, named Thrice Fired Mason, male, age 54, occupation brickmaker. Time and cause of death, 15th February, 10 to 11 p.m. Ah, so unless if there's lights inside the cabin, it would have been really hard to see what was happening. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging results from the trauma.
Oh, if he was murdered, somebody in the carriage had to have done it. If there were 3 of them, why wasn't there a 4th one on top?
Well, no, because the one guy would have sat here.
And then there was 2 in the back.
Then there's 2 in the back. Well, we assume they're in the back and not the front.
Hmm. It's a license plate.
Phoenix
Ray Omnibus! Oh my god!
Alright, that's it, everybody. That's the end of the stream. We did it.
We found the name!
How can we...
is there anything under it?
I can't look under it. This is the far
No.
it lets me go. Oh, here's the door. Supposed to go inside.
Open door, please.
Let's open the door and go inside, shall we? I could just imagine them doing this in the middle of the courtroom, like, stop, we're gonna stop the, talking here, we're gonna take, like, 20 minutes to investigate this. In the midst of the courtroom.
If you want me to, I can meet you inside the carriage and close the door.
Hey, Sog Monkey, thank you for the follow.
Ooh.
Why did it not show up on here, is my question.
It showed up on stream for me.
It showed up, it didn't show up in chat. Normally it shows up in chat,
Oh, yes.
which makes me a little sus.
Ooh, there's a notice. There's a painting of Paris.
Hey,
I would say-
how are you? Okay, so,
I would say examine the blood and the notice.
yeah. How are you, Sog Monkey? Is that how you pronounce it? That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victim's, obviously. Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck. Would you really stab somebody in full view of the other passengers like that, I wonder? Well, it was after dark. Hey, Anthony, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Are you here for some, more murder, but just from a different game and not Danganronpa?
Can't get enough of that murder, man.
Can't get enough of it. I'm good, just at work. Ooh.
SOG.
SOG. Either that way or saying the letters SOG is fine. Alright, SOG. How are you? Happy Friday. Yes, thank fuck it's Friday. Thank God. I'm alright. I'm just tired of being a student. I don't want
tired
to
of my
do
job.
work anymore. I don't want to do classroom anymore.
I wish I could fucking go to class to be a teacher.
And,
By the way, I find how funny it is that the first thing he's like, ah, it's blood. Like, yeah, of course.
good. Glad you could recognize that, Naruhodo.
It just reminds me of the TF2 soldier whenever
Oh
he
my
was.
god, thanks for the cheer! Yay!
He's gonna turn it right any second now.
By the way,
Any second.
I'm Monkey from Tubers, if you don't- Hi! How are you? Oh my god, it's been like a decade. Not like actually a decade, but it's been a hot minute. How are you? Wow, amazing. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Don't get in trouble at work, please. I'm fine with, like, I watch stream at work sometimes when I have a chance, like when Grant streams in the morning and I'm like, oh shit, I'm at work. Wow, I could watch this. But like, don't get in trouble, please.
Which, by the way, if there's remind me to talk to you after this about some stuff.
That's very ominous. Should I be concerned?
No, I just got some games, and I remember saying, hey, if we ever get this, we should play this together. And I now have these, so I was wanting to see if there's a chance we could stream them.
On your channel?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to let you know. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
As I cough off a hairball, it's fine. And there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Alright, so we looked at that. Let's look at this notice. Been alright, I've not done YouTube in a long time now. I do Twitch a lot more. Yeah, you have like a crap ton of followers, don't you? Like, I try to do YouTube, but like I'm sticking to streaming. It's easier for me to stream than to make a YouTube video. Excuse me. That's a poster of the great exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition. Ooh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event. Okay, that provided no help. Ooh, can we look
Is there anything... Yeah.
The seat has a handle, it seems. Ooh, things. I like things. This looks like all sorts of equipment that may be needed to keep the omnibus running. Feeding tubes? Feeding tubes? What? Feeding tubs, not tubes. I'm sorry, I'm illiterate.
It's okay.
Tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems. There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure. Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway. Alright, let's look at the skylight. Can I look at the skylight? Yeah, I can't look at the skylight. Out of place. Listen, you just did. There it is. Mostly running tournaments for Smash Brothers. I can't Smash Brothers. I am awful at Smash Brothers. I also don't have online multiplayer. So... I
can imagine how, like, frustrating it must be to organize things like that. Or at least, like, how much time consuming it is.
Organize, like, literally any event ever. Like, on a college campus, organizing any event is, like, a
Herculean effort?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I can imagine the... It's okay. I understood. I mean, as you can know...
Wait, repeat it one more time for me.
A Herculean effort. Herculean
effort. There we go.
There we go.
I got it.
There you go. I can imagine. I mean, obviously, I think if commentating would be like no sweat for me, especially if I didn't have to actually be in the location that they were doing this. But for the organizing part, I'd be like, "Oh, guys, are we gonna be doing this today or not?"
Oh my god, I was literally playing Watch Dogs 1 a couple weeks ago, and I was playing through to 100% complete it on single player because I can't do online, so I was doing like literally everything else that I could in the game. And there's these fixer contracts where you have to race around the city and avoid the cops, but you have to hit certain check marks. So you can't just like drive anywhere. You have to like follow the path given to you while avoiding the cops. And like in my head while I'm doing this, I'm like commentating to myself like, Aiden's off to a good start, hitting the first checkpoint with no problem at all. Or like stupid, dumb shit like that. And I'm like, oh my god, this is actually
Aiden is now
funny.
off to the races.
Oh no, seems the cops have caught up to him. Whatever
It seems
shall
we
we
have
do?
two buggers
Oh,
right behind him.
He exploded the cops. It's okay now. It's fine.
He seems to have used the sewer system distraction to take out yet another one of the policemen, but there are still 3 right behind him.
That's literally what
Just
I
like
was...
an entire horse jockey commentary.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, I didn't realize you were dying. I thought I was being cringe.
No, it was good. It was funny. Basically, what I was doing in Tube was just moderating game issues instead of text posts. I also suck at Smash, that's why
Understandable. I apparently suck at the new one. I forget what it's called.
Smash Brothers Ultimate?
Yeah, I suck at Ultimate apparently. I tried playing and I couldn't beat anybody.
I'm just
I tried playing with some friends and I was like, I was telling them like I played Smash and I played Brawl, but I've never played Ultimate, so I don't know how good I am. They're like, watch this kid be like the best one ever, and I was
My
like,
favorite thing from Ultimate was like how... So MatPat did, of course, another FNAF theory video, and it was like right when like I think the Smash Bros. Ultimate trailer came out, and it's like everyone is here, and then he like took inspiration from that trailer to do his intro for that FNAF video about Ultimate Custom Night, where there's like all the characters are just in one game, and that's like, it was quality content. It was so good. I hope you're having fun with that. I hope you're having fun with that, monkey. Sounds fun. I don't do that. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. Why would one need that anyway?
I guess to make sure that they don't turn fucking pale. I don't know.
And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description, so I suppose it can't be opened from the inside of the cabin at least. Okay.
Personally, I would want to be inside.
Can we go on top?
Oh, you're sponsored. Awesome, my guy.
It's only actually got sponsored. Oh, hey, that's awesome. Good for you. I'm still at 200, I think 64 followers now, because I know my thing up top is inaccurate. Yeah, if I could make a living as like a content creator, I'd be here for it.
If I could make a living for voice acting, I would be fucking happy.
Yeah.
Of course, if I could be a history teacher, I'd be even more happy.
Why don't you do like history teaching YouTube videos or some shit? Or like
I could try doing that.
Do that on Twitch sometime. Like it just is like a fun thing besides
Funnily
gaming
enough,
videos.
Funnily enough, one of my friends in the D&D group actually did bring up the fact that I could try like doing history lesson type stuff with like, because one guy I was like giving a whole bunch, I was like telling a whole bunch of history to, and she's like, you could just like do like a podcast type thing.
You could, yeah.
I was like, I think a podcast would probably be better because I don't have any sort of like degrees in actually teaching. So I feel like if anybody came by and like was critical of me, they'd be like, why are you like teaching this stuff whenever you don't have like any basis for this? Like whenever other people do it, they usually have like some type of credential or researching amount. Well, I have some researching to go with my shit to figure out what I'm doing. It's not like I'm like college level like doing.
You can always just do your own
guides.
research too.
I also could do that.
Yeah, I thought I would get totally copyrighted for it, but like I thought like a stream where like I watch every episode of Dance Moms ever and like critique it, not in terms of like, oh, like this girl doesn't like Ponche correctly, not like critique the girls, but like critique the show, because there's like, I know it's like mostly a drama show and it's like artificially produced drama, but like it'd still be fun to like just like sit and talk about like, all right, like so this is why this is abusive behavior. This is why this shit's so like fake drama 101.
Oh my god, I would totally watch that, honestly. I would want to watch shit like that. Like I like to criticize like movies and TV shows in general, so I would totally be
like the only issue would be like I would get copyrighted for it because like
yeah, obviously that's the issue.
Stream. Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm like, I wish that copyright wasn't such a like critical thing where it comes to that, because I wish criticism, when it actually applied, could, you know, override that. But no, companies are too worried about getting sued for that copyright stuff.
So this is the roof of the omnibus. Oh, you must have had a wonderful view of London streets from up here. So people sit all the way up here on a bitter winter nights with the cold air rushing past them, and they have to pay more money to do so? Can't imagine how cold it must feel. That just made me think of something horrible. Oh no. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as a punishment? Perhaps that is the real price you pay to stay out late. Oh yeah, because it was 10, 11 o'clock at night. Well, fortunately, I don't got a whole lot of time. Saw you were alive, figured I would come catch up, and now I follow. So I won't know for sure next time. Thank you, Monkey! Oh, it was so good to see you. Feel free to stop by anytime. Feel free to join the Discord server. You'll get notified when I go live instead of having to rely on Twitch. And then you can also promote your own Smash Brothers stuff there, too. Hello, I'd like to order the chicken burger with yam fries? What? Oh, do you mean sweet potato fries? I haven't had sweet potato in a long time.
I like his name, Hallucino.
Yeah, Paul streams too. I just haven't been able to catch any of his streams because he always streams when I'm in class. How are you, Paul? Thanks, Monkey. Have a good evening. Feel free to join the Discord if you would like, but it's not a requirement. But it would be nice to catch up with you. Alright, ooh, hatch has latch. Hatch has latch. I repeat.
Yes, it does.
It rhymes, too. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp inside the closed cabin, so I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Y'all, look at the fucking latch. There's a latch right there. I'm hungry, I want my burger. I've been waiting here. Listen, that's
Dude,
not...
I'm hungry too.
Did you not order food?
No.
Do you want to order food?
Not really, because I kind of am going to take a hit of a paycheck next week, but I have food that I can prepare.
Okay.
I basically was sick on one of my days, so I didn't work for those 10 hours. I also found out that apparently my points aren't all worked off, so now I'm at 3 points, but that's besides the point.
Alright, am I supposed to investigate anything else in this omnibus? Because this seems like a waste of time at this point.
We have to, let's see, we have to investigate the victim's autopsy report and the crime scene photograph, and...
Oh, maybe we need to do those first, and then we'll come back to the fucking bus. Alright.
That's the autopsy report and the crime scene photo. Oh, they'll be filed in. The autopsy states the cause of death is a single stab wound. The victim sealed. The defense leather gloves are filed, and Gilded has been wearing these gloves when he was discovered by the police. The bloodstain on the right glove seemed to implicate him once these first presenting.
Whoa. Slow down.
I'm just skimming through because
Okay.
this is stuff that's happened. Finished presenting his evidence. He calls 3 witnesses to the stand. 3 witnesses used the opportunity to gather more evidence about the incident. It doesn't mention anything about examining the bus.
Maybe not yet.
It moves on to Beepo's testimony.
Okay, so we examined the photo. Alright. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with our first day in London, within 2 hours of showing up to London.
In 2 hours, solve murder, please.
How are you, Paul? Besides hungry. Well, nothing will come of grumbling now. No. By the way, is Mr. McGilded right-handed? Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier. Ha! Pity. If only he'd been left-handed. I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really.
Still, would have been better than the other one. For some reason, every time I look at Paul's name, I can't help but think of Paul the Alien.
Who?
There's a movie where basically it's just an alien-looking guy, but he acts like a normal person. and his name was Paul. I think the movie's name was also Paul.
Gotcha. Alright. Alright, so we examined the omnibus for some reason, which we turned out we didn't actually have to do.
Let us continue with proceedings then. Your cross-examination counsel.
Vampire Daddy doesn't like this.
Ray don't expect this Nepalese Ray to understand the
Intricacies.
Intricacies of the British cross-examination rights.
It was hard for me to say that in his accent.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah.
I'm 5'11" today. How are you? What? Did you grow or did you shrink? What? Or did I say something? I said, how are you? Not how tall are you?
How high are you?
No, Ossifer. It's hi. How are you?
I'm just imagining him wearing heels because he's like, yes, now I am 5'11".
I'm doing all right. I'm happy it is Friday. Rhino, Naruhodo took a nap on the stand, everybody. His eyes are closed. But that's how I am. All right. Okay, Paul. All right.
I was going to say she's just happy because I can now make funny voices.
Yes, he could voice Vampire Daddy, which is great.
Yeah.
And
it's exactly what you she gets to hear her two favorite voices that I have right now, and that's Zim voice, and that's now Vampire Daddy voice. The only other one I need is the Red White voice, and she'll be a happy person.
I'm 5'11" and hungry. Okay, listen, buddy. I think
one of those things can be resolved. One of those things can be resolved. The other one cannot.
One of these things just doesn't belong here. All right.
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
My first cross-examination in a British court. He just fucking double bitch slaps himself.
You okay there, Reno? You like focus?
That's the
I don't know if that
job.
helps.
That's the Dom's job to slap you, not yourself. God.
Unless he tells you to.
Unless if he tells you to. Focus, Ryonosuke. Focus. Hocus focus. Locus pocus.
I should say he or she, because she can be Dom.
True. Yes. But I don't think Van Zeke is a female.
No, he's not. Fair enough.
Alright, Tell me,
we already went through.
What, do I press on something? Is that what I'm doing?
We have to press on the statement. Press on the statement. We get an item. We have to press on another statement. Then press this different statement.
Okay, you're giving me too much information at once here. All right, so I gotta press on a statement, and then I get an item. Okay. And
no, you have to press. Then you have to press. Then you get an item. Then you have to press twice again, and then you get some other stuff.
Oh, what? So am I just gonna press all of these statements? Is that what you're asking me to do?
No, I can tell you which ones if you want.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Wait. Let me see first. I feel like it's one of the statements Fair Play says. Either victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other, or the then out of the blue.
It says it's the then out of the blue.
Oh, great, because that was my first choice. Hold it! You actually saw the exact moment it happened?
Didn't I already?
Fuck, God damn it.
Didn't I already?
Why can't I do this? Come on, I can do this.
Didn't I already testify to that?
Oh man, he's got a cane.
Oh god, no! It can turn into a sword! Or a fair dunk of hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days.
Oh, no. I didn't mean that. This is no good. I've really got his back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail, if that's... My lord! Oh, look, he's got a knife. He's Felix.
Number 3, what's the meaning of this?
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up of what? Spaghetti? I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. You dress like you're stinking rich. What the fuck, man? They're always up to something or other that they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me. What the fuck is this shit? This is impressive pyrotechnics. What am I at, a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert? There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway. I'm not voicing this.
Reply to what I'm about to say. As the foreman of the jury, it's my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors.
We got a southern man in Britain. We love it. I'm okay with this. Please don't swear, I'm only 12. I can't even type. Listen. This is my fucking stream. I could swear all the fuck I want to.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. What is happening here? Trial by fire? No shit. Let me see. Ah, yes. It seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts. With
Holy
fire?
Fuck, we've already lost 2 people because they already put in their verdict and they can't change it.
Why can't you be nice like Grant is? I feel like I'm nice. Like, aren't you like teasing me or whatever? Like.
If you mean nice by me being quiet mostly.
Tone indicators, my beloved, where are you? Apparently, yes, white for innocent and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we just saw a moment ago. Burst into tears. That's me! Because I don't know if you're being funny, or if you're trying to, like, tease with me, or if you're, like, being sincere. I know you're not actually 12, but, like... Burst into flames. As in...
Use the tears to just use your tears to put them out, man.
Like in Binding of Isaac?
Yeah. So do we have to get a majority, or do we have to get even in order to make sure that we, like, get off?
I think we have to get... I'm assuming majority.
We have to get majority, then we have to convince all the other 4, because the 2 of them just fucked off.
I'm assuming so. Well, maybe Sasato will explain more. I'm being silly. I'm sorry, Aaron. You're great. Yeah, I'm not good with, like... If I don't know people, like, super well, like, I don't do well with, like, being called, like, why aren't you nice? Because, like, I am.
I was gonna say, to be fair, it's hard to tell over text.
It really is. It really is. That's why I use tone indicators a lot. So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean... Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh, I guess she doesn't know either.
Great.
No, I'm even more worried that it was before.
Very well, the court acknowledges the change in the jury's stance.
Look, it shifted on his screen too. I like that. That's a cool touch.
Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
I wonder if jurors are allowed to change their vote.
I believe... If I had to say, probably not.
This is a nightmare. Alright, tell me what to press next.
The next thing you're supposed to press is the,
That's right, he stabbed him!
Lady first, my beloved. I'll be more mindful. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be generally mean to either of you in public. I appreciate you both streaming and making Friday a little sunnier because of it. Oh, thank you.
It's no problem. I would like to make a joke here. It's like, oh, I don't want to be mean to you in public, but in private, I'm gonna fucking beat you.
Fucking Aiden Pierce. Like, oh yeah, I'll be nice to you in public, but the second you're in a dark alleyway, I'm gonna fucking pummel you with my baton. Like, and in not the fun way. He stabbed him, you say. You say, I suppose, I guess, Grant.
Sad Grant noises.
Sad Zim noises. And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Oh, I forgot I was voicing him. Grant. Yes, that's right, sir. I was on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed.
That is not the same person.
Crikey. I've been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylight. It was sticking right out from his belly, that huge great knife. Not the fun way, crikey. Listen, I have too many Watch Dogs fanfictions, and I have many more that I'm going to start and probably never finish.
I really want him to take his hat off. I really want him to take his hat off. I hate it. Keeps having to readjust it.
The hat's cute, but like I wish it would just stay on his head. Do we need to get the super glue? Do we need to get some duct tape?
I think it's because it's just uneven, so it keeps leaning to the side and wanting to fall off.
Or maybe his head's uneven. Who knows?
A grim sign indeed.
Ah, that didn't help me at all. The jury looks like they're even more convinced my client did it than they were before. It appears to have made everyone more dubious than Mr. McGilded is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Mr. First.
Oh, yes, sir.
Here's the knife. You saw?
Oh, good grief. Yes, that's it. The very one, sir. I have no idea how I'm voicing this character. I think I've changed his voice like 3 times now. Is that?
Yes, Counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart.
Another vampire reference. He's a fucking vampire. He's not a reaper. He's a vampire. That's why he's Vampire Daddy. Oh my god.
I'm British.
I don't fucking care.
I don't.
Little did you know I still have high heels.
This is the blade of considerable size, Counsel.
It is, and furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned prominently with a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar.
Is McGilded's first name M something? Hold on, wait, where's my court record?
No, it's McGilded, so yeah, it starts with an M.
Well, you would think it would be like MG for McGilded. People.
It could be information.
Oh, Magnus. First name.
Fair enough.
Barak Van Zysks. Van Zykes. The souls of the prosecutors are entirely damned one way or another. He's just handsome. Oh my god, I love him. Lady first.
Just wait
Wait,
until
how
I
old is
get
he?
you.
Oh, he's 32. Okay. He's 9 years old.
That's not too bad.
It's alright.
It's not the worst age gap. At least he's not fucking male here.
Yeah, really.
Fucking 52.
Oh,
Does not look
no.
52.
M for Magnus, perhaps. Or McGilded, possibly. Take your pick. It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
I see what he did there. He put 2 M's right there. Objection.
I could make a poet,
A
because I
weak
really know.
snap. on the table. But there are M's everywhere. There's an M&M here, an M&M there. 32 is extremely old. I am not that age. I am that age but reversed.
I'm just imagining going up to like an 80-year-old and be like, wow, 32 is really old. They're like, well, it must be fucking ancient then.
Like yes, like in Mason.
Objection!
This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No, this weapon of murder also certainly belongs to the accused.
I'm sorry, but it is. But aren't you older than that, though? It's about as old as you can get.
The limit of age limit of lifespan of humans are 32.
Then they all turn into vampires. All right. So, Paul, are you a vampire? Is that what you're saying you are? You know you're gonna have like 12-year-olds come after you. Well, maybe not 12-year-olds now, but 12-year-olds when I was 12, probably, because Twilight was all the hype.
Oh, I had a completely different idea of what you meant by come after you.
Like fangirl come after.
Yeah. I was thinking of like with stakes and shit. And
Oh,
then
no,
you
no,
mentioned
no.
Twilight, and I was like, oh, okay, that's somehow worse.
Yes, I'm 41, but I'm special.
Hey, dude, if you just remove 10 years, then you're 31, so you're still good.
Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel.
A largish knife that was found lodged in the victim's abdomen. Its quality and fancy ornamentation suggest it might be quite valuable. My lord, if you'll forgive... Wait, hold on. I need to do my fucking... Oh god, my Himiko voice for her. My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption.
Ah, jury number 2, go on.
Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman. And a gentleman's words should be sacrosanct.
Sacrosanct.
However, those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. Wait, what are you about to do? Dispose of the rubbish.
We're fucked. We're so fucked.
No. I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime. I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion.
They must be able to change their
They have to be able to
verdict.
change their votes. Not again. That's 4 out of 6 jury members have proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left. We've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, I just make the situation worse. Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at this moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark. I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly. We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back. We're closer to 2040 than to 2020. Ew, Combat Butler, I'm going to yeet you from this fucking chat if you ever say that again. I do not want those people
Wow, that was such a violent reaction to that. Jesus Christ.
I tease. I'm not actually going to eat you. I might ban you instead.
I understand, I just wasn't expecting that reaction from that. I was like, oh, okay.
Speaking of 40s, I do not want those people coming after me. Thanks, please do crowd control. Hey, that's not my job responsibility. That's not my job description. Oh no. But
Hey, just if you just have a beer gut, I'm sure they'll be like, oh, there's no way you're a vampire. And just make sure you don't glow or sparkle, so you'll be fine.
Sparkle, sparkle. All right, I'll keep trying. Crikey, Aaron. Can't give up. Just need to keep calm and sneeze.
Every time you say crikey, Paul, I can't help but think of that one guy that got killed by the stingray. Wow, look at her, such a beauty!
Not even gonna
Got a
bless
nice
me for
jaw
my
on her.
sneeze? How rude of you.
I was gonna wait until you finished, then I
my
was gonna
dice.
bless you.
No, come back.
To be fair, you were sneezing a lot, so I was gonna wait till you
God,
finished, then I
I
was gonna
better
bless
not
you.
be getting sick. My nose is just being fucking dumb. It's been half clogged for the last 2 days, and I'm like, Steve Irwin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
I was gonna say Steve Irwin, and then my mouth proceeded to sneeze.
Yes.
Also, still waiting for my burger. Listen, talk to upper management. That's also not my job responsibility. My job
Good.
responsibility is the entertainment while you get your burger. Cripes.
Correct. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm
Cripes.
sorry. I have a friend that's
I want crepes.
I have a friend that's from Australia, but I've just never heard him say either of these two things.
Sneeze, Irwin. Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. God, my
Irwin with an E is just the guy from Billy and Mandy. Mandy.
Alright, wait, let's look at this fucking knife.
Can we examine knife? We can.
Where is this engraving? Oh, it could be a W.
Well, it could be a W.
An ornate letter M, undeniably Mr. Magnus Gilda's initial. It's beautifully gilded too, must be very valuable, I should think. Ah, what is it? Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. That could change everything. A W? Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it. Just like in fucking...
You could call it Turnabout Chronicles.
You could. You could.
You okay, Aaron?
I swear to God, if I'm getting sick, I might cry.
You just are sneezing and coughing and just overall do not sound like you're having a good day.
I'm having... Emotionally, I am here. My nose is not.
I was gonna
My
say,
nose said no. It decided
till
not
now
to
you've
come to
been
work
having
today.
Just like smacking around a few times, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm afraid I don't know at all. By what I am sure of that this is an M. Oh, well that indeed was quickly quashed. Quashed, not squashed? Boy.
Is there any way we can look at the blade?
That part is a sheath, isn't it? No, that's the hilt. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, sorry, yes, I just don't really like blades. Oh, those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist.
I was gonna say, you must have been a bit queasy around Kazuma.
That's not a blade, that's Kazuma's soul.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Ah!
There is blood on it, and he is right, it's very ornate.
Ah, that looks like a lot of blood. Surely is blood, the victims. An Englishman's blood looks a lot like Japanese man's blood. I wonder why.
It's almost like blood doesn't fucking care.
Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain, like, literally 2 hours ago.
Did you expect it to be green?
I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. I guess the British are just aliens at this point.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, I do understand.
That is very dark red, though.
It's like dried blood. Dried blood is dark red. Almost black or brown, depending on how dark it's been sitting, or how dead it is.
A rude thing to say about my blood.
And I only know this because I am biologically female, and I bleed once a month. And sometimes it is dark brown, because it's just sitting there.
I was gonna say, Paul, hey, look, in America we also have to we also bleed green because we're also from the Anglo-Saxon descent, mostly.
That's not how I was gonna respond to that comment, but alright, I'll take it.
Because of his thing about Me saying you're rude about saying his blood is green.
No, I'm saying in this game, like, they must think, like, the British are aliens or some shit.
I mean, they kind of do. Both the British think the Japanese are aliens, and the Japanese also so. Only difference is that apparently the Japanese in this version fucking venerate the British.
Alright. I think we've investigated everything we can on this knife.
I think so too.
Good point, Grant. Good point, Grant. 10 points to Grant.
10 points to Grantador.
Alright, tell me what to do next, because I don't feel like using brain power right now.
Well, like I said before, we're supposed to press on the statement. The statement that we're supposed to press is on the as soon as I heard the scream.
Oh, so so we just literally press 3 statements back to back to back. Great. Hold it!
And then we have to press another statement.
Great. What exactly did you see? Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was.
By the passenger, obviously you are referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
And then the other passenger had the knife in his hand like this.
By the other passenger, obviously you're referring to the accursed Mr. Magnus McGill.
The accursed? You mean the accused? He's not cursed yet.
He is cursed by being in his trial.
And then he plunged it down like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly. What? Wait, hold on, that doesn't make sense. 'Cause Tall, Dark, and Handsome saw him stab first, and then Boy screamed, and then Old Man then claimed, like, oh, I saw the stabbing happen. Like, no, you saw the events after the stabbing, because Boy screamed when the stabbing was occurring. Oh, okay. Their timeline's fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say about the matter.
So, you could say that there's a contradiction?
Yeah, they're contradicting with each other, but there hasn't been, like, a thing to say, like, oh, we should, like, press it in that way.
Order, order! It is hard to believe one of the London's greatest philanthropists, but this is damning indeed.
The law knows no philanthropist, my lord. Only the innocent and the guilty. And the vampires. Good deeds mean nothing when overshadowed by evil. The truth is everything.
Dun dun.
Oh my god, this guy actually believes in the truth. Holy shit.
Couldn't agree more, sir. The truth. Alright, so when it happened, the only 2 people in the closed cabin area were the victim and the defendant. And so help me, 3 whole people witnessed the man I'm trying to defend do the deed. 3 whole people. Obviously not a person and a half. 3 whole people.
Is a child considered half a person?
I mean, the boy isn't a boy. I'm pretty sure he's like 22 or something. I just called him boy because he's got a boyish face. Yeah, he's 21.
He's 21. 21?
Bruce is 34 and Beppo is 62.
What do you have to do in life to get a name like Beepo?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go look up what Beepo means.
It's Beppo. B-E-P-P-E. B-E-P-P-O. P-P, haha. Funny.
Haha, penis.
Haha. Penis. I swear I'm 23. And not 16.
I am older than that.
I don't like to be pessimistic, but we do seem to be in a rather difficult situation here. Ryan Asuka has just produced more sound effects than, like, actual coherent dialogue at this point in the trial.
So there really is no, like, definition for Beppo. I can tell you one thing that might be related is that it's a Japanese railway station.
You know, Grant, that is a child half a person was actually a joke in Outbound Flight. Anakin Skywalker as a 12-year-old. I mean, I often joke with my coworkers that, like, we only have, like, 2.5 people staffing graduate admissions because, like, I'm only there part-time. So, like, I'm only there half the time. So they have 2 whole people who work full-time in the department and then me who's part-time. So, like, 2.5 people. 2.5 men. 2.5 women, actually.
See, that's the thing I was thinking of was 2.5 men when I asked that question.
Yeah, because the half was the child.
Yeah.
The boy.
Of course, now he was a fucking adult after a while, but yeah.
Here comes the boy.
Jeez.
It's the rat. It's nameless because I haven't put a poll yet in the Discord server for what to name him. Soon.
Can I put a suggestion in for his name?
Yes, put it in suggestions.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say his name be nameless.
That's the name. If we ever read my creepypasta fanfiction, then I'll come back up.
Okay.
What am I supposed to think here? Is Mr. McGilded really innocent? Or could it be? But before we jump to conclusions, our first task should be to gather information. We need to understand the case much better than we do at the moment. Yes, you're absolutely right. Let's listen to those witness statements again, a little more carefully this time. Okay. What do I press
Now
now?
we have to press on the first statement.
Hold it! Yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it? Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, sir, yes. Ever so cold it was, sir. Freezing, in fact. And you had 4 passengers on board at the time, is that correct? Yes, that's right, sir. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, of course, though. No.
There were no other passengers. Incident took place. No one alighted, for example.
You're quite right with that, sir. No other passengers like that. No, none. So nobody fled the scene of the crime, then? I have to say, the boss insists on it running, he does. Every evening, the last bust of the day. But I do wonder if sometimes it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, so sorry to say. What do you mean by that? We're gonna give this guy therapy right here, right now in the courtroom. Oh no, I only just saw the title of the stream. How did you not notice it before? That is my inquiry to you, Paul. Vampire Daddy can step on me. Guarantee you, Grant's gonna go find me porn of this afterwards.
I mean, if you want me to, I can.
Well, it was being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spend not much time at the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again. I just can't believe it, sir. Can't believe it. A murder on my own bus. It's too awful to think about. I haven't been able to shake this cold ever since it happened.
I don't know how to voice this guy.
My lord, I wish to speak.
I'm on mobile while I do some chores. Okay, I live a full life. That's gonna be me tomorrow after I wake up. I'm very, very busy young man. Yes, indeed you are, Paul. You're very young, which makes me baby. You can't kill me. I'm baby.
Yes, sure, number 5. Do I take it that you too? As master of the London Guild of Coachman. The idea of murdering being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse has bolted, as they say.
No, please, just keep an open mind a little long.
Yep, now the silver blaze. The finish is in sight. Beppo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're such too kind, sir. This is too unkind, sir.
Which now means the 5 jurors agree to condemn this man.
Also, Paul, it makes sense that if you're watching on mobile, that makes sense. I thought you were watching on, not mobile, on browser. Is that not a conflict of interest? I mean, it's ye old Britain. Conflict of interest doesn't exist yet. But it is a conflict of interest.
It sounds like, from what we understand, is that the jury system is still quite new compared to the others.
Yeah.
Compared to, like, modern day.
Yeah.
Madame Juror number 6.
Don't rush me, old young man.
Yes, dear. What can I do for you?
You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand.
Oh, yes, I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know.
Then pray tell where are you yet to pronounce your leaning?
Watch her say, like, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I don't want to go home yet. Aaron, sometimes I also just miss details. I'm very old and easily confused. That makes sense. That's me when I look at a homework assignment. I just see, alright, discussion post due, or listen to a podcast, and like, I'm like, what podcast do you want us to fucking listen to, ma'am? Alright. Life was less complicated when I was young and just using the wireless.
Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting.
She wants to finish knitting. That's the reason why she hasn't pronounced her verdict yet.
There's a lovely little park just near where I live. The Gilded Park, it's called. The gentleman donated it to the city, you know, to put a smile on Londoners' faces, he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have in him to take another man's life. He is always doing wonderful things for the city. That's right. A man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely. Mother, may we go to the Gilded Park Library later and borrow some more books?
How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know? What kind of man Magnus McGillicuddy really is?
God, this point, this sassy point, sends me. Oh my god, it's just so fucking good. What kind of man is he?
The philanthropist Magnus McGillicuddy has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from?
Oh no, don't drag this into this. This is a different trial.
Your client is a shy lock, sir, and one of the very darkest of souls.
It's the best music. Yes! That's the only reason you stayed this far, Combat Butler, is to hear the music. But what? Stone the crows! Don't stone the crows.
McGilded leans money extortionate rates of interest so his victims have no hope of repaying them. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak.
I've never heard of any mention of that before.
He's trying to persuade. No, this is illegal.
Your hostilities haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madame.
This doesn't relate to this case. Why are you talking about this now?
So that is his thought, not cross your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own?
I'm taking a picture to send to my friend on Snapchat because I want this man to step on me.
What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service?
Maybe because he did it out of the goodness of the kindness of his own heart. You're not saying that.
The victim, a poor brick maker who had nothing to do, has next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability.
Also, is this the first prosecutor who is only being a little sketchy instead of straight up cheating?
It's one of the first instances where we actually have a good... Well, I shouldn't say that.
I think he's
smart. In other Ace Attorney games that weren't the first two, the attorney isn't an asshole. And I would argue that the Franziska isn't an asshole.
She just cheated.
I don't think she cheated. She tried to biasly lean things, but she wasn't actual Von Karma, where he and Edgeworth at one point cheated.
I think Van Zieks is smart. He's calculated.
She is smart. She's smart, she's calculated, and I would agree, she is manipulative.
I'm saying Van Zieks, not Von Karma Jr.
I was saying Franziska is, I would agree, manipulative, but she is not a cheater. She wanted to win based off her skills.
She hid evidence at least once.
She hid evidence. Well, I think their instance was that when she hid evidence was that there's no reason to show the evidence until that point. Unless there's another instance I'm not thinking of.
Yeah, Van Zieks, I would say, is a little sketch, because but we haven't seen him cheat yet. But I'm not denying that he will or not, but because I don't know if he will.
On Karma, now that person did cheat. That person did a lot of shit. That person paid.
But I think Van Zieks, the reason why he's so good is because they probably maybe haven't even thought of cheating yet. They probably think it's too dishonorable to cheat.
Honestly, Van Zieks so far has been following the truth as far as he can tell from his point of view, and that is the scary thing about him right now. He has not tried to hide, he has not tried to obscure, he is trying to show the evidence that he has and the reasons why he believes it's been gilded.
Just dangerous.
Yeah, that's why it's dangerous, because he actually is telling the truth. He's not hiding anything.
As far as we know.
Yeah, as far as we can tell. It will come as no surprise, as Kreitler was the accused Magnus begilded. But I let it also be known that the very day Mr. Magnus was killed was the final payment day for his debts.
Good gracious.
Brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had no shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, his pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him, his life.
But okay, but maybe excuse me. Then maybe McGill did agreed to have a late night bus ride with him to kind of work things out and be like, hey, I see that you're struggling, I can loan you some money to get you back on your feet, that type of thing. And maybe they wanted to do it at a late night setting, so
oh my god, I just realized something, and it's so smart.
What?
They planned this so smartly.
Usually before this, we were able to talk with the person being accused, so we get an idea of what kind of person they are. We talked to him a little bit, but we have no idea for sure what kind of person he is.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing to me that that the game designers planned it like this, so that we are hearing about this from him. So we don't know this is questionable whether we can think of him as a person that would do this or not, because we don't know now. I don't think he would be from the little interaction we've had. He seems like a kind of person that would do his best to be in good standing, but he doesn't look like he's cruel.
He's a chaotic neutral.
Yeah, I feel like I understand why he would want money, and so he wants to do that, and he wants to be paid back. But I think he would rather work something out rather than have a man go destitute.
Yeah, because I think he's the type of person, I think he's egotistical in the sense of oh, his name is on it or something like that, which would boost his ego. But I don't think he would go as far as to kill somebody just to get his name out there because he just wants to hear people talk about him. I don't think he would do that. I think he would much rather make a deal with the brickmaker, like, hey, I'll loan you some money, tell people like how good of a person I am or something to the effect, and then like we'll work on you can pay me back in due time. That type of thing. And then like the brickmaker would like, oh, like McGilda was so nice, he lent me money, he helped me get back on my feet. Like, I think it's kind of like my dad, like narcissistic in that sense. I feel like he has no money to loan to people, but like that type of thing. I feel like that's what transpired.
Maybe. I think Van Zeeks is insinuating that he didn't kill him to get his name out there. I think he's saying he killed him so that he couldn't pay the last of his debt to him.
Maybe. But that would be like a stupid motive. To me, as a motive, that makes no sense.
It makes some sense because he wants to have the guy indebted to him.
Why, though?
Because he's the best brickmaker. Did you hear earlier how he said, like, his brickwork was, like, almost indestructible?
Yeah, but why have that guy in debt to you?
So that he can make shit for you without you having to pay.
True, I suppose.
Have him forever in your debt so he's constantly paying that back so you don't never have to actually pay him. Instead, he's, like, working off the loan. Essentially, like, indentured servitude. Now, I don't think that's what happened. I think we're missing information here. I think Van Zeeks here is very obviously trying to make it sound like it's on his side. And maybe there's some truth to it. But I think there's also a lot more nuance to it than what he's letting on.
Oh my god, why did you send me so many fucking pictures? What the fuck?
You requested these pictures.
Not now!
I might as well do it now. By the way, unfortunately, there's not a lot of it.
Alright. You looked, and that's what counts.
Yeah. I also sent a Herlock Sholmes thing with him that I thought was funny. By the merciless philanthropist pretender Magnus McGildy.
I don't believe it. Ooh, Susato-san.
If I may add something briefly,
Miss Susato.
Your claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded, but where's the evidence to support your claim?
Vancy's like, what the fuck is this chick like? Also, why does he have a champagne bottle?
So I can drink it whenever I get done with your bullshit.
He also has like a wine glass there. It's fucking red, of course it is. It's a fucking chalice, this man's. Wow.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hollow chalice in a court of law.
Aha, there it is! Lord Von Zeek's hollow chalice!
Oh no, is this supposed to be a symbol that we're done for? How can this be considered acceptable? The man's drinking on the job!
It's grape juice.
It's grape juice.
But I find myself in unexpectedly good humor.
It's adult juice.
I've heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself.
I was expecting that sentence to go very differently.
It's because your mind is still thinking about him stepping on you.
As judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job.
What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside.
Oh.
Allow me to present this ledger as evidence.
That's a nice ledger. Very nice color.
And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time.
What?
A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence.
Catalog of people who have borrowed money from the defendant at a high rate of interest includes the victim who owed 20 guineas.
20. Ooh, that's 20 gold. That's pretty bad.
Oh yes, 20 guineas. A victim owed a considerable sum.
All right, let's look at this shit. This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's gentry. Oh dear. Do you really think we ought to look inside? Well, it's not as though we know any of London's gentry personally, is it? That's like
Gentry.
10K. That's like as much loan money I got this semester. Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder. I'm sure you will not find Mr. Sholmes' name inside. Well, let's see what we find.
Well, if it's anything like his relation to his brother, he's probably very rich. So I don't think he needs it.
Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it?
Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off.
Ah, goodness!
What is it?
Look at this. Do you see the name here?
Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? Ah, it's tall, dark, and mysterious. Tall,
Yes, and
dark,
also
and
a reason-
chiseljaw.
And also a good person for a reason to have this guy jailed, so he doesn't have to pay off his debts. Also, I would like to understand, this is a banker, and apparently he has money owed to this guy, and I'm very
Apparently, he's not a very good banker.
I think he might have. I also think that that ladies man, whatever was his name, the guy with the hat,
Lady first.
lady first. I think might be his like servant of some sort.
Mayhaps,
'Cause
mayhaps.
Because it makes more sense to me that he would be some sort of servant, and they had this all orchestrated in some way or fashion.
Bruce Fairplay, the witness testifying at this very moment.
And I just spat on my screen. Oh yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name in here? Ah, he borrowed 20 guineas, didn't he? Ah, so he owns 20K. And look, the repayment date is fast approaching.
It's possible that this is just a coincidence, of course, but this could be very useful information.
Alright, so I guess we can't look at other pages. I guess that page.
The accused made quite certain he had ample to compose.
Well, it would seem I've had the wool pull over my eyes.
She's knitting faster now.
Regrettably, madam, this is the modus operandi of the accused.
And it's such a pretty little park, too. What a scoundrel.
Oh no.
Still, maybe it's all for the best.
Well, wait a minute. Let's think about this a little more before.
I don't stand for nonsense.
Wow, we love these pyrotechnics in a fucking courtroom. Ah, he died.
We're done. Let's go home, everyone.
Woo, good court, good trial, woohoo. Naruhodo is fucking dead. That was it. The last juror's decision.
Ah, according to this encyclopedia of British law,
Does she literally have every book in this book?
I think that she has every book in her fucking robes.
Yeah.
when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here.
Ah, the final verdict. It's over then.
Oh! There's a footnote, though.
A footnote? Ah, we love Chicago citation style.
However, the defense...
All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in this case.
Allow me to convey my respects to you for your swift and righteous decision.
According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the trial by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections.
Mr. Sato, just tell me one thing.
Oh, yes.
You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense... What did it say next? Oh, yes, of course. One moment. Why didn't you just keep it out? Oh my god, you're wasting time. When all members of the jury have concluded the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and blah, blah, blah. Why are you repeating this again? And the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point. What the fuck does that mean? A summation examination? That Redonkulus has redeemed the rat call. Get ready, rats, assemble. Did it pick up at all?
I heard it, yeah.
Okay. I squeaked it extra into the microphone. Thank you, Rye, for the redeem. Oh my god, this is addictive. I'm sorry. I should just bring this to therapy one day and like, she'd be like, great, what do you got there? A rat. Hope your packing is going good, Rye. The nameless rat cares you greatly, and so do I. And maybe Grant does, I don't know.
Sorry, what?
I said, well, the rat cares for Ryan, I care for Ryan, and maybe Grant does. I don't know.
Okay, thanks, I guess. I do hope your pack is going well.
Objection!
Oh my god, we heard this man objection. Oh my god, that was so pretty. Oh my god.
Yeah, didn't you hear the one he did before?
No.
No.
I guess I wasn't paying. Packing's going well. I bypassed the mental breakdown. No, Rye. No. Why? No mental breakdown. Come here. Group hugs for everybody.
Okay. I'll enjoy the group hug, I guess. A summation examination. From which century was that tome you've been there resurrected?
Ah.
Judging from the binding, I would say that book is at least 50 years old.
This man's got good eyesight for being of the undead. How did he fucking see that across the courtroom? I could barely see across, like, my room.
Any modern text of British law wouldn't have even given such an antiquated procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten, and certainly no longer practiced. So you're out of your luck.
I feel like that's bullshit. Oh. I feel like he's just toying with us because we're foreigners. What even is it, Miss Sasato? This so-called summation examination. Oh, one moment. And I'll read about it.
Oh my god, why?
Ma'am, please.
You would demand the right to a procedure before you even understand what it entails. Typical Nepontanus.
How rude of you, sir. All right,
Hey, did you know racism is a thing in this game?
Alright, Mr. Naruhodo, I think I understand. It seems that under this procedure, we will be able to appeal to the members of the jury. To do what, exactly? To change their fucking vote, Ryan. Oh my god. Man, this... Naruhodo be fucking dumb. Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decisions, and it says here that... If successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed. Make them reverse.
This is our only chance. This is our only chance. This is our literally only chance.
Yeah.
Yes, in times gone by, barristers had used the summation examination to attempt to influence the jurors' decisions. But that proceeding became something of a formality with no practical benefit, really, so it rather fell out of use.
Well, we request it. I wonder why.
Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister had even assert his right to try in this day and age.
mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that although it may be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. Venzeese is like, oh shit, I shouldn't have underestimated them. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? A summation examination, our last possible option. Do we assert our right to carry it out or admit defeat? We're gonna assert our right, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, before we do that, I need to go get some more water. And everybody,
I have
welcome
food
back.
here.
Grant has food.
Welcome back to the Aaron Gray Show, where her and her co-host, Mr. Grant, is here to tell you, I guess, I'm Grant, and that we're ready to assert our right to party.
Damn right.
And also to have Vampire Day.
Sorry, I'll stop now. I tried blowing my nose and nothing came out, so my nose is just permanently clogged, and it's fine.
What if you have allergies?
I don't know. It's been like this for 2 days. I don't know why.
I don't know. Paul, I don't know where you are, but I would have just made my own burger at this point.
I think he's joking with us.
Oh.
Because Paul, every time he comes, maybe not every time, but most of the time when he comes into chat, he like says something to the fact of like, hi, I'm here for this food order or some shit like that. So I think he's fucking with us. I think. If you're still waiting for food at a restaurant, I would be also very angry. I'm currently playing a Viscera map where the cleanup area is a rat pit. Hi, Mary. Also rats, you say? This is the best $1 thing that I've bought from a dollar store. My only favorite thing about Mirror's Edge so far is that there's rats in the game.
Hey, Mary. Mary, guess what?
This is the worst Wendy's. Wait, since when were we Wendy's? Do I look like a saucy redhead? I think not.
Mary's not saying what bag, so I'm just gonna say,
Hi.
It could be delay. It could have been a delay.
Fair.
In
Could
the
be
thing.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
There
That's
she
Grant.
is.
God damn it.
I love you, Mary.
We appreciate you, Mary. This isn't a Wendy's. This isn't Burger King. You can't have it your way. Oh no, what have I done? Zim is getting heated. No.
Well, at least it's not me.
You brought this pain to him.
I don't believe Zim deserves the sins that his
what
father's
did Zim
made.
even do?
He said hi to Mary, I guess.
Oh. You said hi to Spartan Mary. Alright.
Zim thinks of Spartan Mary as his best friend.
When they're not.
Now, to be fair, that's only because she's his only friend.
The only person that would actually interact with it. This is so sad. This is depressing. We're gonna continue with the game now. The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord. I almost said summation explanation.
Objection!
Objection! This man needs to talk more. I think his voice would be very nice, and it would be very nice in my eardrums. I need to hear him talk more.
Jesus. London is the capital. Is my voice not good enough, Grant?
It is!
London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth.
For now.
We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that shall remain buried.
Objection!
That's your opinion, sir.
But if it's our right, it's our right. I believe it could prove vital in this trial.
The defense's petition is perfectly valid.
Oh, see, the judge is actually, like, impartial, and I'm okay with this.
I feel like if it's in the law, then what's a few more minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The court will proceed with the summation examination.
This is madness.
Yeah, he would only be thinking this if he didn't think that they would win.
Foreman, are you and the remainder of the jury ready? Eh? Well, I'm not,
Why does this look like the Monopoly guy but fat?
He's the one that made Monopoly.
There is no mention in this letter I received, you see, so... All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they've reached their decision. On what grounds? You must all justify your decisions and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty. Well, my lord, you'd rather putting us on the spot.
Yeah, it's not so easy whenever you're not on the fucking stand now, is it, guys?
Yeah, really.
This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before.
I don't really hope this is red white. Oh, make it red white.
Hold on a second. You got me in the middle of taking a fucking bite.
I'm sorry. What are you eating?
I got a sandwich.
Sandwich. Fun. Chat yelled at me the other night because I don't eat bread
Wow.
or pasta. Usually.
I mean, both of those things are good, so.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not. Like, I love a good sandwich every now and then, but like, I don't eat them often.
Okay, well then I don't have a problem with that. My only issue, and I like want to yell at you, is if you said that you never eat them. I'm like, well, that is fucking BS.
No, I just tried not.
hold with all this justifying blah.
I just don't eat them often, or like I don't go on my way to eat them. I remember the bread thing. You were here for the bread thing. I think that was on Tuesday night.
Mr. Redway. I really need you to get me that, like, what's it called? The tapper thing, so I can record the fucking red white thing of him singing Christmas
Oh my
shit.
god, yeah, I need to send you some stuff. I'm now
Whatever you
inspired to
fucking
make
get.
myself some grilled cheese. Oh, that's the one thing with bread that I like. I love a good grilled cheese with salted butter, like buttering the sides, and then I forget. I think I use yellow American. So I guess a regular American cheese, bacon and tomato. Superb. And I haven't tried it with avocado, but that sounds pretty good. At that point, I guess it's just a warmed sandwich. I don't know. But God, now I want breb.
What's that cheesegasm?
I want bacon and tomato. I didn't get tomatoes at the store today. I should.
I really want. Okay, so you know what BLT is, right?
Bacon, lettuce, tomato. Yeah.
Well, the thing is I don't really like the lettuce and tomato.
So you just get a bacon.
Yeah, I just get bacon with maybe some cheese, and my family has nicknamed it the BS sandwich.
I love that.
Well, because the bacon with the cheese, maybe some mayo on toasted bread. I think that tastes pretty good.
All right, juror number 4 is just typing. That seems to have thrown the jurors off. It seems none of them have experienced this before. Come on over. I'll make you both grilled cheese as thanks for streaming and putting up with my dumb jokes. All right, I'll just go find my passport in my drawer over yonder and book a flight.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Paul, I've made much worse jokes that Erin has said that she would eat me from the stream for.
Oh, I thought you were going to say jokes that you've made me die laughing.
Oh, no, I've also done that.
Yes. Prosecutors convention.
That was probably the best joke that you loved, and we have it in highlights, and I love it.
Oh my god, yeah, there's a clip of that somewhere. I could pull it up later.
It's awesome,
And Paul,
yeah.
you're welcome to join the Discord server where we have more shenanigans. Well, Grant doesn't talk in the Discord server, so like...
I don't know what to say.
You could just say hi. How are y'all?
I'm socially awkward around people I don't know, especially a large group of them.
There's Mary. There's
I know Mary.
Fedor. There's, if Paul joins, there'll be Paul. There's me.
See, whenever we're doing streaming and I'm talking to you, I feel like I'm talking to you with just text box showing up. But whenever I'm on the Discord, I feel like there's so many people. I'm like, literally anybody could just come in and say, "Yo, what's up, shithead?" and just leave, and then I would feel bad about myself.
Okay, I'll join after quote-unquote lunch. Okay. Yeah, Linky Link is somewhere. Also, Grant, you'll be fine. It's okay. Yeah. Anyway.
I get anxiety sometimes.
I feel that. That's why I'm in therapy.
Not as bad as Mary and you, I think, but yeah, still.
You seem like a very nice fellow, and I'm sure everyone would like you. Yes! 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 I agree! I'm gonna gas you the fuck up right now. Seems like the spirit support already said that. Alright then, the summation examination. I hate how long. That's such a clunky formation of words.
To be fair, it probably sounds really nice in like Japanese, but transferred over, it's just like, what?
It's like, ew. Why does this roll off my tongue like this? A defense procedure no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. It might be the opportunity we've been looking for to turn this trial around to make it a turnabout trial. Wow, amazing.
So be it then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which to find the defendant, Magnus McGildy, guilty of this most serious crime.
I can't wait to sleep tonight. Oh my god. I can't wait to have... What? I can't read that font.
The juror's contentions.
There was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has to have been him.
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence.
He stuck red wine. He stuck the chap next to him just like this. Brazen, I must say. Absolutely brazen.
I have simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far and drawn the logical conclusion.
I can trust the guild. Fair fares is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years.
4 pence?
Yeah, 4 pence.
Wait. The other guy said 20. Or it might have been the girl. One of them said totaling 20. So...
Yeah, for
5.
4 of them.
No. Because this guy's saying 4 pence. It takes for a carriage ride, right?
Oh my god,
So-
you're right.
Yeah.
There's a
Wow,
fifth
I can do
person that
math.
wasn't accounted for.
Yeah, it's a 5th person.
Oh my god, there's with that. Ah,
Yup.
my mind has been blown.
Gray is smart, everyone. Gray's in grad school.
My mind
the G
literally
in Gray
passed
is for
over
grad
that.
student.
My mind has literally passed over that information, and I can't tell if that's like a thing that people put in to like say, hey, there was another person, or if this is gonna come up later.
The scoundrel stabbing that poor man to the floor beggars belief.
Oh my god, I'm still getting over that.
Well,
Ah.
I'm so smart.
My mind just passed over that, and you just saw it like fucking. You shot it as soon as it popped up.
I think it's juror number 2, the girl that I'm like doing the nasally voice for, who said
Yeah.
20 pence, like totaling 20 pence, and I'm like, I thought it was like 20 pence per, because like.
And I heard it and I read it, but my mind didn't register it.
Mm-hmm. I hate
Fucking
how there's already
Christ, man.
Christmas themed candy in the grocery store. It was in the grocery. I know I talked about this on Tuesday. I went on Friday to get something from the grocery store, and there was I went on Friday to the dollar store, that's where I picked up Rat, my nameless child. And they had no Halloween decorations. That was like literally the only Halloween decoration they had left. And of course, since there was a rat, I had to get it. Then on Sunday, after my other Halloween party, I went to the store to go get some groceries. And literally, Halloween candy was gone. It was just Christmas candy. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's not even like November 1st yet. Like, what is happening? I swear to God, I've seen on my Facebook timeline people arguing, like, through memes, like, when Christmas is supposed to start. And it's like, oh, we shouldn't pass over Thanksgiving. I'm like, true, we shouldn't pass over Thanksgiving, but, like, Thanksgiving's a dumb holiday. Y'all should be thankful year-round, not just have a holiday to excuse yourself to be thankful, and then eat a lot of food, and celebrate, the colonists coming over, and eating with the Native Americans, and then proceeding to, genocide their people. This doesn't feel right to me. And no one's gonna talk about it.
I don't have as much issues with Thanksgiving as I do with fucking Christopher Columbus Day.
Well, it's not Indigenous People Day. Or, on my calendar, on my Google calendar, it shows up as Columbus Day and Indigenous People Day. It's like, Google, pick one.
It is.
Pick one.
But that's because Canada celebrates it as Indigenous Peoples Day. America celebrates it as Christopher Columbus Day. And I personally have an issue with it being Christopher Columbus Day. If they switched it over to Indigenous people, I wouldn't care. But I have problems with Christopher Columbus in particular.
I don't know. I just find, like, Thanksgiving to be, like, a very overrated holiday.
That's fine, yeah. I mean,
like, you don't need a holiday to be thankful. You should be thankful all the time. Or even not thankful, just grateful all the time for the things you have.
I am glad that they are getting rid of a lot of the pilgrim stuff. I do agree with you on that front. Mm-hmm. I have less problems with it being a holiday.
Like, I think they should just change it, like, the meaning behind it, and make it less about agree. Like, oh, the pilgrims and the Native Americans sitting at the table together before they commit mass genocide to their people, and more about, like, oh, like, this is a holiday to, like, give thanks and stuff. Sometimes shares a birthday with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that for you. Like, I think I would hate that. Personally, I think I would hate that.
I would agree with you on if it was about family and giving thanks for, you know, being able to sit around with everyone that is with you, whether it be friends or family, and just eat a meal together, that would be a lot more understandable, yes.
Yeah. I was supposed to be a Halloween baby. Oh, I have a friend from high school who's a Halloween baby. I was supposed to be born on Easter. Oh, I don't know if I ever told this story. Ooh, I need to write this down. Because, okay, so fun fact, I'm going to make a redeem list. So, like, it's mini story time, but it's, like, real stories about myself or, like, people that I know. And there's going to be, like, different categories of, like, funny or, like, sentimental or, random questions that, you, like, randomly get asked. So when you go to redeem, you pick a category and then you pick a number. Or that's what I'm looking to do. Or, like, I'm just going to have you pick a number and then I pick from the list. Or I pick the number from the list. So, like, I have to keep thinking of, like, fun facts or fun stories to tell because I'm very boring. Oh my god, what the fuck did you send me? Where am I putting this? Blah, 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 blah. Alright, I'm gonna put this here. Mary, ignore our Discord server.
Why?
But no, it's because I dropped my story idea in there.
Oh.
So, like, she's gonna get a ping notification for it. It's like, ignore it. It's you don't need to look at it, but you can if you want to clear the notification, but you don't have to, you're not expected to respond. I'm starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this now. Oh god. Naruhodo, you naive child. But in conclusion, we should celebrate fall for what it is, because fall is only gonna last until like probably December. Well, meteorologically it ends in December, but like at the same time, like can we not skip fall? Can we not go to Christmas right away? Like, I'm fine if people want to put up their
spring.
Like, I'm fine if people want to put up their decorations whenever the fuck they please. But like, stores shouldn't be pushing like 2 days before Halloween to start doing Christmas. And only Christmas. Where's Hanukkah? Where's Kwanzaa? Where's like the other 12, 11 holidays that are celebrated between I can finally breathe out of my nose.
Like, after all that rage, I can now breathe.
I can finally breathe out of my fucking nose. Oh no, it's back now. No. No, it's clogged on this side now. No.
So, I was gonna say, if there's one thing you can understand about American consumerism, it's not about quality. It's not about diversity of product. It is about the quantity and how little you can sell it.
True.
That is literally the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
I work
Where's my burger?
in a factory.
I don't know. Where the fuck is your burger? I mean, do you want to come over and check my stove? Pretty sure I have some beef patties in my freezer.
Has a bun in the oven.
Do you have a bun in the oven? Because I don't.
No, I have some pizza I can put in the oven if I want.
I do have frozen pizza as well.
Ooh, I do have Hawaiian rolls though.
What?
I have Hawaiian rolls.
I need more explanation than that, my good sir.
It's like really good tasting rolls.
Oh, Hawaii. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure those were featured on Celebrity Apprentice at some point, because I remember those.
Pretty good.
I eat potato bread because
potato bread.
I love potato bread.
Potato bread.
Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they? Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. Wait, who is visiting who? I mean, you can come visit me. We should all go to Grant's. I don't want to go to fucking Arkansas. No offense, Grant. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to Arkansas.
Got plenty of fucking trees. I will say though, if you're gonna come over here, you have to clean up my house. So, since you came over unannounced.
I don't want to clean your house. I could barely clean my own fucking apartment. How are you expecting me to clean your house?
That's if you all decide to come over all at once. That's unexpected. Like that's my rule. If you come over unexpected, you have to help me clean up because I'm not gonna let you come over and have this, have my clothes be everywhere. So you can sweep, mop, and all that good stuff, and I'll put up the clothes. Anyways.
Hold on.
You want to go to Arkansas?
I want to go to Arkansas. Okay, then that's your choice, Paul. I'll stay up here in Pennsylvania.
I don't understand why you don't want to at least visit. We got lots of fucking trees here, dude.
Mayhaps.
Got some good parks.
Mayhaps. I'm kind of a broke college student right now. I can't
Understandable. Yeah.
I'll have to throw everything I can at them and use some very persuasive language. I thought that said pussy language, and I'm like, sir.
Just goes over to the maid. Hey, sexy lady. It's like, no.
Hey, sexy lady. Oppa Gangnam Style. God, I was like 14 when that came out. 15.
You are today years old.
I was today years old. Just a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. According to my book, that's not quite how it works. What do you do down in Arkansas, Grant? In Arkansas?
Well, mostly I work, and then after I'm done working, I come home. The first thing I usually sleep. That's true. Once I'm done talking to some friends that I usually need to talk to, and then when I wake up, I usually help you with the stream if I need to. Then I talk to friends again, and then on Saturday I do D&D, where I either play as a player or I DM. On Sundays, it's a bit of a mixture of sometimes I do things, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go visit family, sometimes I have other things that I plan with friends, sometimes I have nothing to do and I just sit at home and just enjoy my relaxing time.
How's your
And then
puppy? How's puppy?
puppy is fine. I got her a big old blanket that I washed for the closet. She seems to be enjoying it. Um, because before, there was a box in it that she likes to stay on.
I work, I sleep, I eat, I stream, I repeat. Some days I mix things up a little and go outside.
There's not much to do outside. There's a park nearby.
You gotta walk your Grant at least once a week in order to keep him healthy and acclimated to society.
I acclimate to society by going to work and talking to people online. That's how I acclimate. I do stream sometimes. Since I don't have a lot of followers, I don't really have like a set schedule. I'm thinking if I do have people that actually like want to watch my shit, I will like have a set schedule, but until that point. Mostly I just stream other video games with friends. Ray's been there a few times. She's seen some of the friends I've talked to. Diana and James. No. Diana and James.
Excuse me.
Actually, go ahead.
Oh my god, I think the bot's broken.
I was gonna say, actually, the funnest I ever had streaming so far was with Little Nightmares.
Streamlabs, what the fuck? Where are you? Streamlabs is fucking broken right now. Hold on. Continue talking.
Okay.
But Streamlabs.
For anyone that hasn't played Little Nightmares, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But there is a creature in the DLC
on Sunday. It's either that or Scrutinized. Not sure yet.
Okay. It shouldn't take you too long if it. Like
I mean,
me.
I have seen gameplay of it before. It's
had
been
not.
a while.
I had not seen it whenever I played it. I've only seen like some images of the actual game. But essentially, one of the creatures in the game fucking terrifies me because I was talking to James. I was like, as long as this game doesn't have some type of like water monster, I'm good because it's really hard to scare me, except with things like either children, like scary looking children, or like water creatures. That's one of the reasons why I never finished Subnautica. Is because I couldn't deal with the leviathans. Or the fucking spider fish. The spider creatures. No, I could not. No.
Oh my god, it's broken. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, I can see it on stream.
No, the shout out isn't actually happening.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, honestly.
Hi, Professor Pecan. How are you? As I try to fix this.
The shout-out system?
Yeah. It's here. It's here. It should work. I don't know why it's not... Oh, I haven't been getting any things. Oh my god. The timers haven't been even going off either. What the fuck?
Is it, like, lost connection?
I don't know. Maybe it's down or something. I don't know.
Skyrim spiders. Okay, well, those things are terrifying.
There we go.
There we go.
Streamlabs is working.
Yes, I did Fallen Order for about an hour. Had some little bit of extra time, so I did Fallen Order for Star Wars. I don't really have a set game at the moment. I'm really just playing whatever I want to play, and whatever people want to see, they can come and watch, you know?
Mm-hmm. One good thing that happened to me was the new Animal Crossing New Horizon update. So many new items. Ooh, fun. Thank you for, like, telling me, doing down below and telling me one good thing that happened to you today. Yay! We love when people actually, like, read things.
People,
not dissing
I've actually
anyone else in chat. But it's just, it's down below.
Yay. The good thing that happened to me today is I was able to come and voice act for you on stream.
Wow, you're too kind. You really shouldn't have.
It's a good thing. I like coming to do this.
I don't think there's ever been a game that has a bad entity I was terrified of, well, except for Skyrim spiders. Subnautica really freaked me the fuck out. A little bit.
I agree, especially those spider things.
Yeah, the electro squid looking things.
They're supposed to be squids, but I refuse to believe this. These things were designed for humans. some Lovecraftian being came in and said, fuck humans, and made those things.
Alright, so we're gonna get back to the game now that Streamlabs is fucking working. The eyeball crab thing are unnerving. Oh, in Below Zero? At least they're docile, though. At least they don't attack you. That's one. They don't shoot emp waves.
They're supposed to be like those guppy things in the shallows.
What?
I said the eyeball crab. Are they supposed to be like those eyeball fish in the shallows?
The eyeball crab things. Oh! Crab things are you talking about the weird four-legged crab things on the gun island? Is that what you're talking about? That bite your ankles for no reason? And I just shoot them out to sea? Ah, yes. Those boys. I don't like those boys either. Those boys are icky. They'll hop at you and somehow hurt you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like them either. Anyway. According to my book, that's not quite how it works. And I'm not clicked into the game. Oh. Question. Oh, whoa. Naughty.
Oh, well, what's this?
Oh, well, what's this?
I cannot do Uwu voice, unfortunately. That's the best one I got.
Ooh.
Uwu! I'm an
They
Uwu!
made the eye more photorealistic. I'm just like, why? Why would they do that?
Wah!
Wait, is this in like in a recent update? Alright. I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant. Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says. But then, they've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, it could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become. Then what on earth am I supposed to do? He does have a point, though. Oh dear, I'm just citing what I've read about British law, Mr. Naruhodo. Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work, then? Stop pulling out the book. Just keep the book out on the table.
I think she's supposed to be pulling out different books.
Yeah, they should at least change the cover so it looks like a different book every time. Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the jurors' own words to make your arguments. So we're gonna put those two jurors against each other, the one with the 20 pence and the 4 pence, and figure it out. What do you mean? Yeah, I know what they mean. 6 members of the juries are randomly set to members of the public. They may appear to present a united front, but the truth is, they are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together. And that's the way to break them down, you mean? Yes, exactly. We must listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements. If we can, we then contrast the statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other. Excuse me, I am now hiccuping like mad.
Hiccup!
I see, so it's contradictions in what 2 or more jurors say that we're looking for. In a way, then, this is similar to a regular cross-examination. Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Fine, yeah, we know this. I figured that out already. Might be able to pull this one off. He slapped himself twice this time. I have to pull this off.
And we start with proceedings, counsel. I would ask you to stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and concise rebuttal.
Yes, my lord. Look at him! Look at our boy. Okay. So does the guide say we have to press first?
It says we have to pit.
Okay, great.
I believe you caught it faster than I did of who we have to pit.
So, I'm not sure how the pit thing mechanic works.
Me neither.
what does the guide say? Does it say to do juror?
Get jurors number 2 and 5 against each other. Juror number 2 recalls and basically explains why.
Ah, so this is how it works.
Okay, so we have to pit them against... There you go.
Juror number 5. That's okay.
Yep.
Those two statements clearly contradict each other.
They do? Explain yourself, Count.
Me? Oh dear, what have I said?
I swear on Silverblade.
That's not the same person. I swear on Silverblade's main and name. I haven't heard the first idea what you're talking about.
Oh, look at this animation. He's walking around. This is so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, he even has a walking noise too. This is great. Look at him. And the armband is way too big for his arm.
You know what we need?
He's got no muscle.
He's such a twink.
He is a fucking twink.
So I've been looking up some other pictures, and look, some of them are of this character here, and I've got to admit, I kind of like him.
I gotta make a Discord server just for the two of us.
I mean, I could just send it to you, but I kind of wish it had like
I like to stash my things in not on my phone.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you just make it like a channel, I could put it in that channel.
Yeah, that's why I make a Discord server for the two of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not in my personal Discord server. No. It's safe for work there. Okay, I'm gonna make this man stop pacing forever now. According to the group testimony we've heard so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night in question, and according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 20 pence in fares.
Quite right. I have those precise details typed neatly here in front of me.
I gave her a different voice again, oopsies. And juror number 5 also told us the following: the fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence.
That is a fair and convenient single price. This is the way London carriages should be operated.
But that doesn't add up at all. Literally does not add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts.
Why, man? Why?
I mean, I didn't say it. You're the one who fucking said it. 4 passengers paying 4 pence each if you do the multiplication.
Ah, it would be 16 pence.
Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely, 1 person's fare.
1 person's fare?
Yes, in other words, on the omnibus that night, it's distinctly possible there was another passenger we've heard nothing about. Oh yeah, this music's a fucking bop. Oh my god, this is so good. Look at him point. I'm so proud of this man's. I miss Kazuma though. Just a little bit.
I'm just gonna turn up the stream a little bit.
This can't be! Coachmen of the guild are good, honest men, one and all, trustworthiness in our watchword.
The figures your coachman claims certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good sir, is a fallacy.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Guildmaster.
You can beg all you like.
I think you ought to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he lets nefarious characters ride his omnibus.
Ooh.
Oh shit, we can't have that.
Oh, fuck. Are you drinking liquor, sir?
Alright then, how do I make it so this miserable trial doesn't end, hmm?
I mean, he doesn't end.
I can give you one thing, you say innocent.
Well, according to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire onto the innocent side of the set of scales.
Now hold your horses there, coachman. We were all in agreement. Why do you go and... Wait till I get my hands on you, Beepo.
Beepo. I think we're just gonna call him Beepo now. I think that's funny.
Please, I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Not because I want to, but because that just is what my brain goes to.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Innocent. Ah, it's always very irritating.
Begging your pardon, sir. I'm going to do the same.
Oh, their backdrop changes too,
Yes,
depending on how they vote.
It was like green before. But
It was
yes.
red. It was red.
Oh, never mind.
For the love of Mike, not as you as well.
Who the fuck is Mike?
Who's Mike?
Who's Mike?
Is Mike? Is Mike guide? Is Mike guide?
Is he the guy?
A penny can be a difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in financial matters.
Oh, really?
I loved how you said it that way. I was picturing it that way, and I'm glad you said it that way.
I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. You did it. We can manage to change 2 or more jurors' minds. We could force the trial to continue. 2 more, actually. There is something else that's bothering me about a couple of their assertions. That we must strike next. So you can pit 2 more jurors against each other and show there's another contradiction in their assertions. Alright, I didn't even notice there was another thing. But okay, I can do that.
There is,
Don't tell me.
Well,
I'm gonna try to figure it out.
Well, the scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavily on the side of guilty. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue your summation examination. And I will think about who deserves presence this year.
Juror 6 and Juror 3. Because she said stabbed on the floor, and he said stabbed on the side.
seems that they are also confused about when the stabbing happened, how.
They're confused on how.
Objection!
Those 2 statements are completely contradictory.
What? Explain, counsel. Post haste.
Oh, dearie me. I was only knitting a jumper for my other half.
Oh god, I don't think your other half would wear that. No offense.
How big is your other half, man?
Yeah, that's also very important to know. This is critical information.
Red White, what is all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I ask you?
Oh, look, he even has piercings.
As we all know, Red White has plenty of piercings. He has the best piercings.
Oh god, I don't want to know. We've heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3.
What? Can't you see I'm busy here?
You got your tiny little fucking dagger stuck on the desk? My god, you weak man.
Maybe you should stop playing with it.
Yeah, Felix, stop playing with it. How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it?
Ha! Want to test me, do you? It was like this. Stuck the fellow right next to him without even getting up, just like the prim banker said.
I would not trust, if I were a juror 2 or 4, I would not trust this man next to me with a fucking knife.
I was gonna say, I was more specifically be worried about Juror 4.
Yeah, really?
Yes, that's Mr. Fairplay's testimony, quite true.
Now then, juror number 6.
Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madam?
Oh, well, dear, as far as I understand it, it was like this. He stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so.
Now don't move. Take a look at these 2 jurors. He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor.
Well, I never. They're stabbing in totally different directions. What?
Bless my stitches, what a muddle!
What this tells us is that there's a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth.
Oh.
But why? Why the dickens would they lie?
I don't know that yet. But what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience?
Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me.
She's like, fucking no!
I can't abide people telling lies.
Alright, we're back in the middle.
The scales.
I don't believe it. Wait! Now hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man. Look at him in his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on all of us.
Oh, God. If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all this?
Answer me this, Dark Jinx.
Dark Jinx? Oh my God. I can't tell. Is that supposed to be like offensive? Like the word jinx, is that supposed to be like offensive to
I don't think so.
Japanese?
I don't think so. From what I understand, jinxes, I don't think are like... To Japanese people, spirits are just spirits. Some are evil, some are bad, good. But jinxes is supposed to be bad in the European term, in the fact that it's supposed to be like a curse.
Gotcha. Huh? Me?
What exactly is the problem? What of it is if 2 witnesses have slightly different recollections of events?
I think it's because he called him a sorcerer. Yeah, I figured, but like I was curious to know if that was like supposed to be like an insult beyond the sorcerer witchy things.
The only thing I can think of in regards to like offensive with jinx is probably the Pokemon jinx, which had blackface.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. What of it?
Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he sat next to him on the omnibus. And this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor and then the Shylock stabbed him again. And this old lady saw him do it.
But neither of them were there. Does that make them witnesses? That's contradictory.
Also, he died from only 1 stab.
Yeah.
Well, what's to say it didn't happen like that,
And it would be very unlikely for him to re-stab in the same stab wounds location, too.
Who are you calling dandy, sir? Why, I should take this knife to you.
Oh, is this a threat in a courtroom?
Who are you calling old? Why, I should take this needle to you.
Oh, fuck, the jurors are going at it. Oh, it's about to become a brawl.
Super Smash Brawl, anyone? They're ready to kill each other now.
I wish Monkey was here so he could commentate on this fucking Smash Brawl about to happen.
Yeah. He joined the Discord server, though, which is fun. So could the foreman of the jury be right? Did the 2 witnesses see 2 different moments of the same crime? It's out of the question.
It's because of the stab wound.
Yeah. There would have been 2 wounds, because it would have been almost impossible to stab the same place twice without, like, being super duper careful, and I'm doubtful, like, the guy would have been like, super duper careful. Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman.
What is it, you dark jinx? Come on, out with it!
What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question.
I may be just a regular old country bumpkin, but what are you talking about, man? How can you possibly say that? You do realize that I'm only doing my job. As foreman of the jury, I am responsible for steer everyone in the right direction.
I don't like that.
He is caught off guard. Holy shit.
So where's your evidence, man? That's what we want to see. I say the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime. If you say that's out of the question, show me some proof.
Okay. Looks like the only way I'm going to convince him is to present him with something he can't dismiss.
It's like, bitch, I've got the autopsy report.
Okay, fuck yeah. Some irrefutable hard evidence, as you wish.
What?
Oh, I don't think he was expecting that either.
I like how in the first game, the Edgeworth, the first attorney, like, prosecutors, like, update autopsy report. In this game, it's like, I'll show you the autopsy report.
It's out of the question that the two witnesses saw the difference most of the crime because the autopsy report.
That is what the thing says.
This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once.
Only once?
It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time. Which means these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen 2 different times.
Where'd
Where'd he go? Alright, I concede defeat.
That didn't take him. That was easy.
I think he just really wanted to show off that other guy.
Yeah. Wait, that means forgers are now leaning to not guilty.
We've done it, Mr. Naruhodo.
We've won. Well, no.
We resumed the trial.
We resumed the trial, Sasato. That doesn't mean we won. Meanwhile...
What are you pointing at, you dandy fool?
Meanwhile, Van Zeesk over there was just like observing this entire time.
Shut your trap, sir.
Shut your trap, sir.
No one deceives me.
Ah, this is a person.
But we had a consensus.
I said shut your trap.
I have a knife and you don't. What do you got there, Red White? A knife.
A
No.
knife. Yes. I know a lie when I see one. And if the chap here ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take
Oh my
this
god,
razor
this
sharp
man
blade
is fucking Felix. What the fuck? Why is he licking the knife? No.
and shave every last hair off his head.
No. Why?
I didn't know you were.
No.
Is he a barber?
Please tell me he's a barber.
The
game is self-aware.
I thought that was you making the joke, not the game.
No, that was the game.
Oh my god, I was looking away for a second. I come back and see that.
Well, in quite a remarkable turn of events. The defense summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. I don't know what black magic they use to make these things, but the jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there's no longer a large enough majority among the juror for me to adjudicate. And the trial must continue.
He's still licking the fucking knife. I fucking can't.
I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth.
Dun dun.
So, Lord Von Zeeks, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please.
Did he drink all that wine? Nope, there's more. This is
I like
the
to
second
imagine he
glass.
I like to imagine he just pours it back in, then just pours it out again.
Oh, look, he sniffed it. Oh, nope, not gonna take a drink. What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Gonna need a new one.
Having savored the rich aroma of the carbon contents of this hollow chalice, it may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Von Zeeks.
Because I think he was expecting it not to go that way, and it didn't. He's like, oh fuck. bird. Is it cold in here or is it just me?
As your antiquated Tom no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during summunation examination.
Hey, Paul, thanks for the follow. Wait, were you not following before? I'm confused. Okay, thanks for the follow, my guy.
He only follows from my voice work.
Just for you. Damn.
Suddenly Paul follows.
Damn, alright. I mean, I don't get unfollow notifications. It's only when people
That's also
follow.
true.
So, I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad at you. I thought you were following me this whole time. So I'm like, what is happening?
So I honor a deadly silence and I listen to the charade.
Charade. Or what do you say, charade or charade?
I imagine he would say charade. That's why I said it
Okay.
that way.
It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury.
They're all... what the fuck you just said about us?
Well, no matter. There is nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem.
I just always got to the stream via your notifications in Morgan's Discord. Oh, gotcha. I figured as such once it said like, oh, you're not following me. How'd you find like my when I was streaming? Oh, Morgan's Discord server. Gotcha.
No, and why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle.
We're gonna dance? Oh my god, he took the cloak off.
Bring forth the witnesses once more!
So are you saying that every time we go through one of this, he's gonna lose an article of clothing? Is that what's happening here? Is this
I'm sure that's what you
courtroom?
want.
Is that what's happening?
I'm sure that's what you want. This is the weirdest form of like strip poker I've ever seen.
God, what are we betting here? The death of this man? We're betting the death penalty for the
Striptease
gilded.
of Von Zeeks.
Oh my god.
One sacrificial lamb for Von Zeeks.
Witnesses, I trust you heard the summunation examination we have just had to endure.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, I did. Sir.
Of course I heard it.
Oh yes, sir. I heard it.
You, sir, on the end, the coachman. I believe it's Pippo.
Peepo. Peppa Pig.
Yes, sir, my lord, sir.
You returned spies that in your previous testimony. You were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus. You will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir.
Oh god, Zim is angry. Zim is freaky.
Jim gets freaky.
No deal. Oh.
What the fuck was that voice acting? Oh my god, what did I do?
I mean, I don't know. He's Italian, apparently.
Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You explained the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summunation examination.
Unfortunately, I only have one voice for a tough-looking nobleman.
His face structure looks similar to something else, and I'm trying to figure out what. I feel like it's like a red versus blue thing. No, it can't be. It can't be. I don't know. It'll come to me.
I only carried 4 passages that night. I swear it. But
Well, I for one was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus.
He
He fiddled us on the fair, he did. And then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much.
I tell you, I saw Mr. Gillis stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands.
Oh, yes, yes. He stabbed him.
Yes, he did. I think so, yes. That's one thing I learned from watching, true crime interrogation videos. Like, if you ever get brought in for questioning for anything, well, first you should always never answer their questions, even if you're innocent. You should always get an attorney first. But also, you should never say you think something happened. You need to say definitive statements.
Oh my god, I remember hearing a story about a 16-year-old that was, like, put into... Like, his parents weren't notified or anything, and he was already being interrogated because he was basically in the wrong place at the wrong time. Essentially, he was a pizza delivery person, and some guys got tipped off that he was delivering, like, substances to them. But he wasn't. They had just... Look, the criminals were idiots. They were trying to work for a crime family, and they were told that a pizza guy would deliver it. And so they thought they would order a pizza, and he would deliver it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's, like I said, they were dumb, but he came to deliver them the pizza at the same time that criminal guy actually did. And because the police were surveilling these people, they caught the 16-year-old and tried to pin it on him.
Oh my god.
Like 2 hours later, that's whenever he's like, hey, can I get like a phone call? And that's whenever they're like, well, if you think you're guilty, I guess. So he called his dad. He got out of there in like 20 minutes. Like, it was fucking, yeah. His dad was very pissed. I would be too, especially if it was my son. Anyways, I just thought it just reminded me of that. Sorry.
Yeah. Legal advice from Aaron Gray, and I'm not a certified lawyer. Don't ask me for other legal advice. I just watch a lot of true crime on YouTube.
Do not take legal advice from people that do not know anything legal, and even for people that are legal, unless you're paying them, they will probably not give you legal advice.
I would probably take legal advice from my one professor because she did pass her bar and did practice law for a couple of years and is now teaching our legal and higher education class. I would probably take legal advice from her. I trust her. I know she wouldn't try to, like, steer us in the wrong direction, but, like, one of the rules of the class is, like, I will not give legal advice.
I understand that. It's just, when she gives you legal advice, she will probably tell you, I'm not giving you legal advice, but this is what I would do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because they technically can get, like, in some legal trouble if they give you legal advice without actually being, like, involved in the process.
All right,
we're getting paid for it in official capacity.
Yeah. Counsel, make sense of this for me, please.
The phantom fifth passenger conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cosenage.
Beppo, explain yourself!
Of course, we established that we're going to call him Beepo, and now you go back to Beppo. Which one are we sticking with here, my good sir?
Beepo. I'm going to say Beepo.
I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster.
The guild's fare is 4 pence across the board. You know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare?
It's so cold, and the last one of the day is always half empty.
You have been dishonest, coachman.
I'm sorry.
You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And your selfless actions have brought dishonor on the entire guild.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on
Dishonor
your
on your cow.
dishonor on your cow. If I may, sir, I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week.
What?
4 passengers at 5 pence each. Yes, 20 pence.
I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't seem to make the result come out differently. I don't think that's how arithmetic works unless if you're doing, like, calculus and you're not sure how you're doing it. Like me in class, where I would do the same problem twice and then get 2 separate answers. No, that figures.
Well, it would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please.
You've already heard of the pleasures of the protracted summation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games.
Absolutely. His eyes go fucking nuts, like, ah, shit, I have to answer this man. Ooh, those swords are pretty. That was nice. Alright, am I pressing?
You have to press on the statement.
Alright, tell me. I don't know.
It's, oh yes, he stabbed him. The 5th one. The last one.
Mm-hmm. And we press?
Yep.
Hold it!
Earlier you testified you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you?
Oh, yes, that's right.
You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip.
I suppose. I might have, you know, yes, put the cart before the horse, maybe.
What's this?
Oh, well, what's this?
Oh, what's this?
Well, I'm quite
Zoom
sure
voice.
about most of it.
That's a Zoom voice.
I was driving the horses when I heard the scream from the seats on the roof deck.
Oh, I expect that was me, sir. I've been told I screamed like a girl. I don't know what they mean, though. Have they heard girls scream before? I'm not sure. In the context, why would they make a girl scream? Anyway.
Then when I turned around, yes, I saw the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor, and the knife was sticking up out of his midriff.
Wait. Midriff? Would that be his back? Or his stomach?
That could be either.
Because the blood was on the seat. If he was on the floor, the blood would be on the floor.
Yeah, he was definitely stabbed in the seat.
Stabbed in the seat, and he stayed in the seat. He didn't go anywhere. His body didn't go anywhere.
Both the picture and the stain imply that he was in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, yes. And the fellow holding the handle was the famous man, yes.
So in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all.
I really thought I did, but when I could go over it in my head, no, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I?
Oh, man.
He's Australian?
I don't know.
He said struth.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Really polite. Phoenix Wright would say, hang on. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
Now you listen to me. I'm trying to think of a Australian.
Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that?
Eh?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? Some days are like that. What? Yeah, some days you just casually see someone get stabbed. No big deal. No biggie. NBD.
No chance.
No chance. Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on top of an omnibus, that is.
Ethan, I'm a respectable city banker, have you know? And I know what I saw. I remember it as clear as a Ballarat day. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you.
Thank you, Mr. Fairplay.
Oh, excuse me, I was getting a little hot-head on under the collar there, my lord.
I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about exactly what you saw.
Oh, I can do that all right. I can tell you how grim it was.
Please, I would like all the details. Blood-soaked hands. Are we presenting the gloves?
Yeah.
Gray is smart, everybody.
I think we know who did the crime, Mr. Fairplay.
Oh, was it him?
I think it was.
Ah, okay, it makes sense. Blood.
Because he's the one with, he's got a motive and he was at the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I admit that soap might be laying it on a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over him. Both of them were covered in it.
Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more a little peculiar. I love this stance Naruhodo's taking with his hand on the hilt of the sword and his other hand on his hip. Like, sassy boy. I fucking love it. I'm here for this.
So, Ryan, I have to ask, how does it feel carrying Cosmo's soul around?
And holding it in that way.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question.
Oh, yes, right.
And there clearly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there. But, as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-hand glove. Why the fuck is he chewing at his cane? Are you a fucking rat? What the fuck are you doing?
Dude.
He wants to join the rat army, I suppose. In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent. Yeah.
Gah.
Gah.
But no, it can't be right.
Australian, dude. Australian.
So you're the liar here, then.
Gah.
That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said
It was both hands.
Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
Objection!
It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying.
yes, you fucking can.
Yes, it wasn't both hands, it was only one, but the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused.
Look at this pose, man. He's using both arms tonight. Wow. Amazing. And just look at the attention to detail on his outfit. God. I
like how the lights move, like, going up and down because they're using flames.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice touch. It's a really nice touch. Ryan, if you're here, can you add Van Zees to the husband list, please? Thank you. I carry you if you're here. If you're busy, then it's okay. I'll add it later if I remember.
Objection!
Just look at the pictures and then you'll remember.
No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands, which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court. He's been caught red-handed. Oh.
What? Why? I'm a city banker, for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, no some gun and ass snap. Upstanding members of society don't provocate.
He's claiming to have no reason to lie, but is that really the case? No, he has reason to lie. Mr. Naruhodo, if we have some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide in this trial completely. Something to show this man has a compelling reason to lie in his testimony. There is evidence. Yeah. It's the ledger.
Debtor's ledger. We're
My
gonna
lord.
take this to a fucking turnabout.
Oh yeah, we're fucking about to do a turnabout trial.
Yes, counsel?
The defense is ready to present evidence.
By Jove, are you sure?
I thought that was like Bon Jovi. Like I thought it was really pronounced like Jovi. Like by Jovi. Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had reason to lie in his testimony. Oh, he's really fucking nervous now.
Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence.
And it's the ledger.
Take that!
This is a list of the debtors?
Yeah, the debtors.
Debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused's distortion.
The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
What? Mr. Fairplay, you are currently indebted financially to the accused?
What a good banker he is.
No, well, it's barely worthy of being called a debt.
According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say?
Well, what of it?
Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, we're the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment. All outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would be ceased to exist.
Cease to exist?
Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw in a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant?
Yeah.
God.
I can't do that. Well, sorry.
That's fine. I don't expect you to.
I could try, but it'd be annoying.
Order, order, order! Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Yes, my lords?
My lord.
Let me ask you again. And be aware that your master, or your answer may have some serious implications upon your future, sir.
I don't expect you to do his sound effects every time.
Thank God.
Did you or did you not see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have a knife into the victim?
Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
Alright, now let's make a melodrama of this. Perhaps I did overstate the truth pitch.
A pinch?
But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on Mr. Gilded's hands, both of them.
Objection!
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
So you keep saying.
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. First.
Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself, as it happens. Seeing what? The blood, sir. On the assailant's hands. I think, yes. I'm almost sure that it was on both of his hands, not just one. What? What? He passed out. He did.
Rito did! You mid!
It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all of your witnesses. This time I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Yargs. Mr. Naruhodo. This is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last. Yes! I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. What no witnesses really saw. Part 5000.
There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them.
I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard that scream.
Anyway, the fact remains there can't be anyone else inside that carriage or we'd all have seen it. Well, lo and behold. In truth of fact, not one of you witnesses to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated. I apologize, my lord, but honestly... there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. That much incriminating evidence is tantamount to saying we saw the man do it.
That's really not what testimony is about.
Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witnesses' accounts. In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case.
Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel.
Yes, my lord. Alright, I press.
So this is the second testimony. You have to press, yes.
I think we're supposed to press on this statement, the fifth statement.
Yes. We're supposed to press on the fifth statement.
And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus?
That's right. It's fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh, yes. I remember I was shivering, it was so bitter.
Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place.
That is a good point, Zim.
Thank you, I have some smart moments.
Fair play.
Well, I didn't know that this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
Oh, why not?
It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door.
It was locked?
That's right, and it's public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play.
Haha, fair play, fair play.
Fair play believes in fair play.
Yes, I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured at me to clear off. So I had no choice but to climb up the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below.
Well, I can show you, I wasn't just looking down, I was glaring, long and hard.
Then, wouldn't he have seen the moment? If he was watching?
You think so?
And that's precisely why I can't tell you that with absolute confidence. That if there was anyone else at all in that cabin, I would have noticed.
Unequivocal, I would say.
Not sure about these two witnesses. Could they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight? They might have not been able to. Hmm?
Yeah.
Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. You're riding this omnibus and witnesses the events in the cabin through the skylight in the floor of the upper deck. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
In that case, there is a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you.
What?
By golly, really? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection!
Enough hypothetical meandering, my nefarious friend. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here in the flesh.
Very well, I will uphold the prosecution's demand. You identified the area of this cross-sectional plan of the omnibus. Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting the potential extra passenger would have been situated?
Here. On the other side of the seat, right?
The lower right seating area, yep.
Makes sense to me. Both rows of seats on the roof face the direction of travel, whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other. Which means the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, is as I've drawn here.
Oh!
That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite of the ones which the victim... The seat opposite the one of which the victim and his attacker were sitting in is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it.
Objection!
It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You and the opponents have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth of ambiguity.
I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you are able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude.
Can you, Mr. Naruhodo? honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been the other seat, which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck? I honestly have no clue.
I have an inkling.
Yeah, I have no clue. But are we supposed to answer with I have an inkling?
Yeah.
I understand, my lord.
We know at least one person had to have been across from him.
Yeah, but we're probably gonna be asked like, oh, who? But like, I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. The defense would like to put forward a name.
You are a fool.
Oh, he also has a sword.
The response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitations. At cost to hard lessons not yet learned. It's not too late, Counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat.
He slaps himself again. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. On that night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus cabin that was obscured from the view was...
The Sato.
Susato. So... the M on the knife could be for Strongheart.
Oh my god. No, that's not who we're supposed to present, but that is a very, okay.
Maybe it was Magnus.
That's apparently who we have to present, yes.
Oh, so Magnus sat across, and then someone else sat next to... the victim. It's the...
Oh my god,
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense.
I lost one of my cushions for my glasses.
Oh no.
Damn.
Do you need a second to find it?
No, it's a long story.
Oh, you did not lose it just right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that!
It's just bothering me now.
Gotcha. The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded. Mr. McGilded?
What are you talking about, Counsel? That's the name of the defendant.
And
Objection.
my point? He fucking threw
Holy
the
fuck.
thing.
If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hollow chalice, do forgive the discourtesy. Lord Von Zeeks. People talk of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own. But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly.
What are you trying to say? That we are uncultured? You just threw a chalice in the courtroom.
Let me explain in terms that even a student of the artless backwater such as yourself might understand. Love you too, buddy.
Sorry, glasses.
When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact. It's the very premise on which this case is built.
Objection.
But that premise may be wrong.
What?
If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way.
What inconsistency, Counsel?
The defendant's gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claim that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection.
Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one club bears the gory remains.
Thank you for pointing that out, Van. Thank you. The point is, even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance.
Yes, their testimony remains unchanged.
Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. Ooh, he did a firm slappy slap. Oh my god, I'm proud of him. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on that passenger's hands, both of them.
Objection! Who was this third party?
Obviously, the true culprit. Sneaky, not naming names, but...
Extraordinary.
I feel like it's gonna be one of the jurors.
Order, order, order! What exactly are you postulating? The defense's postulation is just that, nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that what they saw... that they saw the accused.
Ooh, this is an interesting soundtrack too. Yeah, Phoenix Wright games and Professor Layton games usually have very good soundtracks. I will not be listening to it until I finish the game though, because I don't want anything spoiled for myself. Through titles and track sounds and whatnot.
Objection!
But when elaborating on his testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces.
Yes. Perhaps their heads were obscured by the roof, I would see the rest of them though.
Yes, that's right. Both gents were most certainly hatted. Hatters do tend to notice such things, sir.
In what particular style of hat did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First?
I'm afraid I don't remember. And you call yourself a hatter?
Style of hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin.
How can you be sure?
Because if there had been, the accused Mr. Gildy would have undoubtedly have offered to dispose the fact if he wasn't asleep.
Yeah.
Unless that is you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation. The accused failed even to notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled.
Ah. He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilden would have been unaware of it.
Order! There's clearly a simple solution to this problem. Bring the accused, Mr. McGilden, to the stand. Well, what you say, counsel? The prosecution objects, my lord. On what grounds? As a suspect, we will have already made a full statement of the police.
But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
Magnus McGilded is no uneducated ruffian. Even the deans turned out the man has been withholding information. You can be sure it will have been a most deliberate act. Counts for the defense. What is your opinion?
My lord, should we ask Mr. McGilden to testify or not?
Yes.
Yeah, demand testimony.
Demand his testimony, yes. Yeah, of course we're gonna ask for his fucking testimony.
Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth.
He might not have put information that he thought was important at the time.
Yeah. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand.
In that case, we would like to hear the opinion of the jury. Yes, sir. I need a little time to consider this.
If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say.
Get the man out of here, I say. I can't red white right now.
It would be utterly illogical to not hear his testimony.
And when something needs to get done, I get done, and that's how I run things at the guild.
Hearing what the patron of my favorite little park has to say? Oh yes, that would be lovely.
Yes, the jury says the man must be heard. Very well.
Very well.
Very well.
I was about to go southern for Sim, and I hated it.
Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once.
Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear.
Let the proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, you have listened to the discourse of the day.
To be sure, I have, my lord.
Do we want to stop here before we get into this testimony? Because we've been streaming almost 4 hours now.
Demand his testimony. Emergency recess. Testimony. Brings in another person. That person testifies.
Don't tell me all the details.
There are 3 testimonies before the end.
Yeah, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save it. We're gonna... No, I didn't mean to...
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna save game. I've successfully condensed my life into 12 boxes. Has it really been 4 hours? It really has been 4 hours, my friends.
It's been 3 hours and 52 minutes.
Yes, it has been. Well, thank you all for joining tonight. I always appreciate it.
I also appreciate it.
Yes, he does indeed.
People listen to my voice work. Of course I like it.
Yeah. Ooh, another rat call. Abso-fruitly.
You have fruits?
Huh?
You said abso-fruitly. You have fruits?
It's an Office reference.
Oh.
Alright. Ryan cries. Anyway. Oh my god, it makes a different noise when it's on the table. Oh my god. Alright. We are not gonna clip that. We are gonna go raid. Gabberwocky is playing Subnautica. So we're gonna go check her out. She's a very small streamer. So let's go give her some love. Aaron, is it okay if I send you a quick DM post-stream? Yeah? Go for it. Am I in trouble? Am I in trouble? Or something? I can say no to that, of course. Well, I already said yeah. Hopefully it's nothing malicious. If it's anything malicious, I might do some harm. Alright, so Sunday should be a stream. Thank you both for streaming. Of course, thank you for coming to hang out, Paul. Thank you, and thank you for following.
Of course, I like to do voice work, and I like to make the people happy.
You're not in trouble. Okay, good. Thank God I'm not in trouble. Oh shit, we're at 266 followers. The goal by the end of the year is to get to 300. That's the goal. Anyway, thanks all for joining. Sunday should be a stream. And then Tuesday we'll be back with more Danganronpa madness. Thursday we'll be continuing with Mirror's Edge. And then Friday, providing that nothing else comes up, will be Grant and I returning with the Great Ace Attorney.
Ooh,
So,
and we're so close.
yeah. So make sure to follow in the Discord for more updates, and you also get to chat with us. Mirror's Rage. Yeah, really. For me, it's Mirror's Rage. Alright, so we're gonna go start this raid over to Gabberwocky playing Subnautica. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Make sure Vampire Daddy steps on you.